and Beaver Dam, home of the Thirsty Beaver.
Why is that the thing that you go to? You start talking about thirsty golden beavers or what?
The mountains are blue, Molly.
Gotcha.
You know what to do, and that's crush a Coors Light at the Thirsty Beaver.
Gotcha.
Right?
Good advice.
Yes. Ryan, how are you? We'll wait now 10 seconds for your response.
How many times have you been to the Thirsty Beaver?
Yeah, no, I really thought that's what he was about to ask me. I thought he was going to ask, what's your
How often
what's
do you
your
visit
review?
the Thirsty Beaver? I don't know.
It's been a while since I've encountered
It's
any
a bar
thirsty
in Beaver
beavers.
Dam.
I know. You guys just, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Molly.
I'm doing well today, Jim. How are you guys out there in the it looks gorgeous out there, by the way, like you were saying at Davidson Park.
It is great out here at Davidson Park. We're here for Rev and Rumble. Boxing night is happening tomorrow, 3 to 8 o'clock here at Davidson Park. It's over off Juneau Avenue here in Milwaukee. Amateur boxing showcase, and it sounds like a blast. Free admission to and open to all ages. So it's family-friendly outing. It's going to be a action-packed lineup, Milwaukee's best amateur boxing. And, like, you guys know my thoughts on, like, the UFC stuff. It ain't for me. Boxing, I love. Like, that's I think that's, like, the King's game or the Gentleman's game. Like, I forget what they call it. But, like, boxing, to me, needs to continue to make a comeback.
Who's your favorite boxer? Current. Do you know any?
No, that's not my point. It's like boxing has fallen off. Like, Tyson. But, like, when boxing at its peak, like, that was it. Unfortunately, there just hasn't been. Maybe this is the start. Maybe you'll see the next great heavyweight champion of the world. Like, nothing in UFC will ever carry the weight of being the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Remind us what you like to call the UFC?
Human cockfighting.
Okay.
I will stand on that. That's exactly what it is. It's human cockfighting.
You're not wrong.
Boxing is the sport of kings. I forget what the term is for it, but it's going to be here tomorrow at Rev and Rumble Boxing Night here at Davidson Park. And Molly and I are just hanging out at the park. Maybe hit the playground a little bit later. There's a couple slides there. I wouldn't recommend riding the metal slide. It's hot today. I don't want to ride that one. But otherwise, there's a bunch of, like, monkey bars, and it looks like a good time. It looks like a cool playground over there.
They have morning yoga here, too. Like, there's a lot to do here.
Yeah. So we got for the next 3 hours, and we carpooled over today, Molly. And this also, we've made a lot of trips to Milwaukee because we were here on
We're here on Wednesday for
Wednesday,
Potawatomi.
yeah. We were here at Potawatomi at the casino there in the
Yep.
Sportbook area. We did the ESPN Wisconsin draft. Shout out to everyone who came for KBN and for Jim, Matt, and Molly and all the other shows. And it was good to see all the fans. And for that show, I rode on over with Ryan and Pablo.
Okay.
Wanted to, it's a long drive, save them some gas. We can kind of get some team bonding. It was a fun trip. Because I'm 45 now. I'm guessing Pablo's similar age to Ryan or close enough.
Pablo's 30. Did you know that?
Yeah, I just don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I feel like Pablo's.
Well, Ryan's like 24, I feel like. I don't even know how old Ryan is.
How old are you, Ryan?
I am 26 as of 2 weeks ago.
Shocking.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was 26.
Wait, it was his birthday recently? That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were out on your sabbatical.
You were.
Yeah.
I think I texted you.
You did. You texted in the group chat, which honestly
You
I
had
prefer.
you at least liked the happy birthday in there.
Yes,
the bare minimum.
I
But
think
you were on
that's
vacation.
what it was. She might have sent the reply to the email. The one that the company sends out. She was like, "Oh, well done, Ryan. You're still alive."
Way to be born. Way to be born.
Yeah.
So 26 and 30 is not like dramatically different. Freshman, senior, sort of thing there.
Okay.
In high school.
Yeah.
Me, 45, much different. But it was fun to be in the
Senior,
car
but
with
senior in a different way.
a couple dudes just like talking dumb stuff. Like they're asking like, what's like the food that hits? But I mean dumb in a good way. Like what's the food that hits the best? Like when you were like a kid and you get out of like the pool or like
Why would that question come up though? Like
that part I don't know. Pablo brought it up,
I think
but it was just like that was it. It was guys, just guys being guys. It was just. I mean, it's affectionately just stupid questions.
Okay.
I think where it came from was that one of our friends is moving soon, and we were talking about like the feeling of after you get done moving apartments and how tired you are, and like that meal after you get done moving and how satisfying and how good it feels because you're starving and you're like probably like how you guys are feeling, just like sweaty and tired out there sitting and walking around in the sun all day. Whereas
like tired, but yeah.
Okay, well, you took a long car ride with Molly. I figured that would be tiring.
Whoa, okay.
So anyways,
We drove.
yes, the feeling that you get after
We
like
didn't walk here. Jesus.
anyways, but like that satisfaction you get from like ordering like a pizza after you get done moving and you just devour that thing and it just feels better than any pizza you've ever had in your life. That was the kind of conversation we were having. So then it was like, hot dogs when you get out of the pool when you're a kid, like cheese balls when you're in the pool as a kid.
So
Molly.
dogs and balls, Molly.
Yeah.
This is ears and balls. Good God.
Look,
This is like, you literally just described the meal that my 2.5-year-old eats. Like the last couple days, he's been like, I want cheese balls.
Yeah.
Hot dog. Like that's it.
Well, but that's what we were trying to reminisce. It took me
Yes.
it was a little harder for me to do it. I was like, gosh, well, it was a long time ago. But
what do my kids eat when they get
right,
out of the pool?
but like they eat better than I did. Like 'cause they're
Totally.
like, my wife is on top of like nutrition now, so like. But I was trying to remember back of like what you go to a friend's house or do that kind of stuff, and I was like, grilled cheese come inside, or Pablo for some reason chili and noodles. Not after a hot day at the pool, just in general.
Terrible.
So you can chime in on that 844-770-3776. The Carl Talk text line list is more. I actually want to ask this question: like, who's better to take a carpool with, like as far as coworkers? Because you are also similar age to those two, but our lives are more similar than my
Yes.
life is to them. So, do you prefer to take carpool rides with people who are in different life situations than you, or do you prefer to take a carpool ride with someone who like you can like banter back and forth about? In our case, it's you're married, you got kids, you got responsibilities with the job, you got the radio show, you got a lot of things that are overlapping there. Because our conversation was completely different. I don't think we talked about what food hit the best after getting out of the pool. We didn't talk about anything serious, but it was just like different conversations. So 844-770-3776. That's Carpus Talk text line list is more. You can chime in on like who do you prefer to take a carpool with, like a younger generation and kind of have that throwback and kind of just appreciate the idea of being younger, or someone who's more like your at least life peer. Because again, I'm dramatically older than basically everyone at ESPN Madison.
I'm a man.
Are you the oldest person in our office?
No,
Second oldest?
Hopper's definitely older. Is there anyone else? I think that's it. Yeah. No, dang. No, Tauscher's older than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
he
is a great beard that makes me look older.
But
But
Tausch doesn't work in the office on a daily basis.
thanks, Ryan.
But
Thank
does
you.
Jim?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Jim might be one of the older people in the building we work in, honestly. Like when
Okay,
I think about it.
Why are we like trying to kill Jim off right now?
Right. Yeah. Jesus. I'm gonna go work for ESPN Milwaukee. There's definitely people older than me there. I think. Maybe. I
There
don't know.
used to be.
Now they run through their
Stay, Jim.
shows. I don't know. I also don't want to like make guesses. Be wrong. But like Chimura's older than me.
Okay.
I watched him play football, so he has to be older. Like I was a child when when Brett Favre and Chimura were playing, so he's older.
Okay, you named one person.
Wilde and
There's like
Wilde and
300
Tauscher.
people that work
I need
in
to join
Milwaukee.
that show. That way I'll
Okay.
be the spry young guy on that show.
I don't know about that.
But what was our car ride conversation then?
Well, if we're being honest, it was, however. Well, actually, Ryan,
be
you'll like
honest.
this. Jim picked me up.
Why is this getting very weird all of a sudden?
Jim picked me up at Bath and Body Works today.
Okay.
So we did
Just
a little clearance shopping. Picked up
together.
some sense.
Okay.
No.
Then
Okay,
went on
okay,
Then went on our merry way.
We really did actually meet up at Bath and Body Works, but only in the parking lot. Okay.
So much better. You are burying us right now.
Well,
All right.
okay, I'm getting hot and sweaty, and I'm
Perfect.
embarrassed.
All right. Fantastic.
But
Not
okay,
making it better,
so we
Molly.
ended up meeting at like the outlet mall because that's about like.
Move past the meeting and talk about the ride.
All right. Okay, so the ride. This is awkward because there's a lot of people staring at me right
To
now
Milwaukee,
as I talk about
yes.
it. Yes, the ride to
We're
Milwaukee.
drawing a crowd.
So, Ryan, our conversation was a little bit different because, as Jim stated, our lives are more in the same trajectory, I suppose, because we both have kids and whatnot. So, one of the conversations we have was just like, our significant others were asking what time we're going to be home because we've been getting home very late with all the different work things and whatnot. So it was more serious life conversations. Not serious, though, but definitely not as unserious as what are you eating when you get out of the hot tub when you're 12 years old.
It's the greatest time of your life. Why would you not want to
Hot
reminisce?
tub. What is for the hot tub?
Hot tub, pool, same difference.
No.
No, the hot tub.
As a 12-year-old, as a former lifeguard, 12-year-olds are not allowed in hot tubs.
Okay, you're not a lifeguard anymore. What are we doing? We're just talking about like a pool in the backyard or like the hot tub in the backyard.
I know, it's just a pet peeve of mine. People like when I had to like
Kick pregnant people out.
yeah,
of the hot
I
tub?
did. And I'm like, I don't want to help you give birth, so get out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want
I'm
to be
not an
responsible.
OBGYN. I'm just a lifeguard.
Right. I am 20. I do not need this in my life right now. I'm not 20, but when I was a lifeguard, I was 20. I don't need that in my life.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Wait, Ryan the psychedelic advisor texted on the Carbo Talking text line. He says 12-year-olds are definitely not allowed in the hot tub. That is gross. Great, we're gonna get a lot of hot tub.
I'll give you some gross hot tub information there. All those bubbles on top of the hot tub, that's dead skin. So
so
enjoy.
gross.
So when your kids stick their face and make a beard out of it, just know they're making a beard of all the skin of all the human beings that were in the hot tub before.
Take
That
that
is
for
disgusting.
That's something I learned as a lifeguard.
I am not happy that you learned that.
Yeah, thank you for
sharing.
teaching the rest of us.
Well, now you know. Don't put bubbles on your face, Ryan. At least not the communal bubbles at the hot tub.
Josh in Heartland says, I can dig Rutledge and Homer retirement radio show in the near future.
Appreciate that. Tim in Oregon chimes in. Jim, you are the eldest millennial, and I'm the oldest Gen X. We can get along. That works. Yeah, 1980, I'm on a weird timeline there.
So I was actually just thinking this because I was listening to ESPN radio on my way, well, before I went and got you. And they were
In the
talking
parking
about
lot of
graduate.
Bath and Body Works.
Yes. They were talking about graduating in 2000, and I was like, how old does that make them? Because I graduated high school in 2015. So did you graduate high school in 1999?
98.
Wait, hold on. Jim, you graduated high school 1 year before I was born.
I graduated Cedarburg High School. We're out in Milwaukee. That matters because they can hear me over there. Go Bulldogs. I graduated Cedarburg High School in 1998. Yes. Anything else you guys want to age shame me for? I just brought this up yesterday, Molly. I felt like I needed to trim my beard down. I have too much gray in it. And then this old man Rutledge here. Goodness gracious. Yes. My brother is over 40, and my brother I still consider young and all his friends. So that's actually weirder for me when I run into his friends. I'm like, oh, no, you're like 40 with kids. Like, you're not a kid. So clearly I'm not a kid anymore. We did have, obviously, Josh and Heartland chimed in that Homer is older as well. Rick and DeForest said, I prefer to carpool with absolutely nobody. People change, you don't want people to change the radio station and whatnot. Yeah, you got to keep it locked into either 100.5 ESPN or 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee or.
I think. Oh, what?
I was trying to set you up for Beaver Dam.
Oh, sorry, 1430 Beaver Dam.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about carpooling, and I'm really not a carpooler because even though, so I drive 2 hours every day. Like, I drive 1 hour into work, 1 hour home, right? So I'm in the car quite a bit, but, like, that's my me time, especially considering I have, like, 30 kids at home, that it's like, this is my time to be by myself, be with my own thoughts, whatever it is. So, like, I am actually typically very anti-carpool. And I believe that, like, the only person that I've ever actually carpooled with from work, Jim, might be you. Actually, nope, I've carpooled with Jesse Nelson as well. That's about
Tell
it.
me I'm better than Jesse.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are better than Pillsbury Doughboy. That is for
Because
sure.
we've carpooled up to the Packer game, Viking game, Viking game, and then obviously this one. There was more
Yes.
people in the car then. And then just today we carpooled. So shout out to Ryan, the psychedelic advisor. 1991,
Holy
that's when he
Toledo.
graduated, and Ron and the Key chimed in. Said the same year that Ben Bruss was born. I don't know what year that was, but yeah, Ben Bruss getting married today. That's why you have Jim, Matt, and Molly. No Matt Hamilton, as Matt Hamilton is out curling in
Scotland? He might be in Norway. I don't know.
No, he's not in Norway yet.
Still
He's
Scotland.
still
Still
Scotland.
Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where in the world is Matt Hamilton?
He is in Scotland. So you can chime in on that, but we did want to get. So it's funny. I almost want to do this one instead, but I think in honor of Ben Bruss's wedding, we can do this side unlimited poll question. But I just wanted to set the story that we had an old general manager in Milwaukee, or excuse me, in Madison, older than me, Ken Rovac.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Ken Rovac, and he used to always do this thing about like who would win in a fight. And he had a good, like, he thought, watch out here because a sign might fall on you here. But he had a good sense of, like, he had a high opinion of me in fights. Like, he kind of took me, like, outside of the athletes, he thought I could take most people in ESPN Wisconsin. But that's what he'd ask all the time. Like, do you think Jim could beat so-and-so?
Sick brag.
No,
bro.
but I'm saying,
Are you
like,
going to get boxing tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's boxing going on here. Like, and I'm not saying he was right, but, like, there's, like, Tarek Sala, Derek Engel, like, who'd win in the fight? Like, he'd always ask that question.
Okay.
Like, that was his Roman Empire. Of like who would win in a fight on ESPN Wisconsin, and I kind of want to do that because we're here for Rev and Rumble. That's tomorrow at Davidson Park, and instead though I want to make it more positive. So Ben Bruss getting married, And obviously Brad, Kyle, and Strofe are all at the wedding. There's other people from ESPN Wisconsin at the wedding. And Kyle Bruss is engaged. So we're not saying
Kyle
that
Bruss?
Kyle Bruss. Kyle Wallace is engaged, and Alex Strofe is not. So I don't want to make this as far as like which one's coming first, but I want to ask if you were given the opportunity of the two unmarried hosts, because Kyle is technically unmarried yet, Kyle Wallace or Alex Strofe, hypothetically, whose wedding would you want to go to? If you had to choose between one of them, since we're filling in for KBN, if you had a choice to go to the wedding of the two unwed members of KBN, this sounds way more nefarious than I needed to, but the two unwed members of KBN are Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe. So if you had a choice to go to one of their weddings, Kyle Wallace has a real wedding coming up. I'm sure Alex will get married at some point in life, but that one's more hypothetical. Not breaking any news there. Whose wedding would you go to? Before we go to break, Molly, do you want to hop in on that?
So, I mean, I know Strofe better because he was in Madison at one point. But Kyle Wallace is fun. Kyle's fun. He's got good vibes, good time. I don't think I could keep up with like Strofe's partying though. But like also if he's the one getting married, I don't think I need to keep up with his partying. I don't know. Which one is going to be less offended if I leave before like the dancing starts? If I just take the free meal, see them do
based
like
on your relationship with Kyle, I would imagine it'd be more Kyle because like you know Alex, like you've known Alex for longer.
Yeah, he'd probably be like, you should stay, and then I'm like, no, I'm out.
Also, I feel like if I was betting man, like if Alex Strofe gets married the next year or two, like he's fighting a hangover on his wedding day.
Yes, and then he will continue to try to drink that hangover away throughout the day, and he'll just be hungover for like 4 more days.
And that's not what I did for my wedding. I'll bring this full circle. Ben Brust, obviously getting married today. Greg Scalzo is the old host. Greg Scalzo was the officiant of my wedding.
That's so weird.
So it's a GKB party here.
Are you the only wedding that Scalzo has officiated, do you think?
As far as I know. And I've officiated 2 weddings and a wedding vow renewal. And Molly, I know your thoughts on wedding vow renewals, but these were they were that's mean to say I was like that. This was like their 50th wedding anniversary. Oh. So like yeah, that's
Never
more
mind.
of like hey, we made it 50 years.
That's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
That's when you can actually have them. But when people do it after like 5 years, it's like, all right, you're divorced in 2 years. I'm sorry.
844-770-3776. Carlos Talking text line. This is more our wedding vow renewals, the kiss of death. I think 20. I think after 20, you're probably safe. Ryan, I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but yeah, you're right, Molly. If you hear someone is married less than a decade easy, they're probably in trouble. If you hit a decade, it's like all right, every 10 years, we just want to renew them because like that'll be our thing. I'll buy that. It's probably not great.
10 years is still a little.
It is.
Yeah.
But less than 10, it's like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah.
There's some red flags here.
Yeah, it's either
50 years is good.
It's either a bad relationship or those two just need a lot of attention. One or the other, or both.
That could be why it's a bad relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ryan Secadella says he would go to Kyle's hands down. Molly, what was your final answer then?
Well, I mean, I have to go to Strove's. And there's more of a chance that I'll actually get invited to Strove's. I guess I'll say Strove.
All right, and
Strove, you better invite me to your wedding when it happens.
I want to officiate it.
No idea. Irrelevant.
I'm 1 for 1.
Strove officiates weddings too.
Does he? I'm 1 for 1. One marriage is still going on. One is not. For officiating weddings.
I thought you meant like for you. I was like, Jim, you have never disclosed that you've been married twice.
No, that is not. I meant officiating weddings.
Gotcha.
1 for 2. So take that for what you will. 50% average, which is above, I think, the national average. Doesn't more than 50% of marriages end in divorce. So actually, I'm good luck charm. Isn't that what the number is?
I have no idea.
Isn't that what always the joke is, the trope?
I mean, in like Orange County, California, I'm assuming so. But
I feel like it's higher there, so it like settles out somewhere else.
Maybe, I don't know.
Ryan, what's your vote? Like nobody's forcing you to, Molly. Like relax. It's not like one of us. Like, oh crap, one of us is gonna get divorced at some point. No, Molly, it doesn't mean like the two of us, the 2 people in a room. It just means on the whole. Ryan, what's your guess?
What am I voting at this point?
Alex Strofe or Kyle Wallace?
Oh yeah, Strofe for Kyle. I think Kyle's wedding would be much more fun, but I think Strofe's wedding, I have a much higher likelihood of being invited, just like Molly.
And Brandon in Tulsa chimes in the Carbus Talk text line, 844-770-3776. List is more. Wow, thanks, Molly. My wife and I just redid our vows last weekend.
Oh, well, how long have you been married?
Savage.
That's what I'm curious, Brandon in Tulsa.
Brandon, I actually like Oklahoma too. I would have done your wedding vow renewals.
You like Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What else is there besides the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Oklahoma City's nice
Okay.
to visit. I mean, I've been there a couple
Well,
times.
he's from Tulsa, so I don't know what Tulsa's like.
I'd go to
I
Salem.
picture it just being like orange and sandy.
I'm going to imagine that's a lot of it.
Okay.
But, like, that's probably offensive. Like, people who don't know Wisconsin think it's probably just smells like cow crap.
I mean,
It
a lot of
does.
times-
But, like, there are other parts that do not. We drove through a lot of the parts that did, but now we are currently in a part that does not.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We're in Davidson Park. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like, winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but we're
Giannis
not.
talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm
Who's
not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have
It's
no
not
idea
tight.
what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, everybody, we have to talk about the new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse. The list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, and the entire 30 for 30 library, which you know I love. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. So sign up now.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Immediate live show streaming. A homepage customized just for you. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN.
If you're just doing this because you're starting to not believe the Packers are going to bring in a number 1 wide receiver.
The ESPN Wisconsin app. Everything in the palm of your hand.
Who are the top guys?
And that's
Ops. That is the problem.
No, I totally
That is the
agree.
problem. You have never called Xavier McKinney the wrong name.
Available in the Apple and Android App Store. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
It's the summer sales event at Metro Ford Madison, and the deals are still heating up. Drive home in a 2024 Ford F-150, Bronco Sport, or Mach-E with 0% APR for 48 months, $20.83 per $1,000 financed. But wait, there's more! Get a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles and 90 days with no payments with approved credit. But hurry, these hot offers end September 2nd. Head to Metro Ford Madison today and visit metrofordmadison.com.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
In case you couldn't tell by the first segment of the show, it is a Phish Friday on Jim, Matt, and Molly across ESPN Wisconsin. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. We're at Davidson Park. We're here because tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock, there is the Rev and Rumble event, free to the public, open to everyone. The best amateur boxers in the Milwaukee area are going to be here tomorrow. Sounds like a blast, but Molly and I are here today. Primetime overtime back at the Everlight Solar Studio. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776, and the Carbon Talker text line. List is more. Our Society Unlimited poll question in the honor of Ben Brust and his wedding today. There are two unwed members of KBN. That is Alex Strofe and Kyle Wallace. So we want to ask, of those two, whose wedding would you want to go to? You can only pick one. We've all picked Alex Strofe. No offense to Kyle, but we all know Alex since he was a wee little one back at ESPN Madison. Yeah, now he's a toddler. But he is part of the ESPN Madison family that's kind of grown over to ESPN Milwaukee. And we did have a couple texts on the talking text line. Shout out to Sadler with some old school Alex Strofe nicknames from ESPN Madison days. There is Boo Boo Kitty and Meat Sauce. Those are the two nicknames for Alex Strofe back at ESPN Madison when he was the producer of the show Rutledge and Hamilton. And then Brandon in Tulsa said he was just joking about the vowel renewal.
Okay.
He's with Molly on those. And he said Oklahoma is gorgeous if you're into wide open plains and bison and sunsets.
Bison? Bison are in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
At the zoo? Or
no, like out and about.
Like how cows are here?
I don't.
No way.
Yes.
No way. See, I read that message and I thought it said basin. Isn't that like something like a valley? I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably those there too, but the bison hang in the
There's
basin.
no way.
You don't think there's just like, isn't that the song in Oklahoma where buffalo roam? Or is that Texas? Home on the range. Home on the range sounds like Oklahoma.
Or the deer in the antelope.
Roam, yeah.
Play.
Then the buffalo roam. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Ryan, what is it?
I'm doing the research right now, guys. Hold on.
You just don't know?
Look,
All
I
right.
only talk about and reminisce about the times when I was still a young child. I don't listen to Home on the Range on a daily basis.
But you guys, okay, it says bison are found in Oklahoma at the Wichita Mountains National Wildlife Refuge. That sounds like a zoo.
That's not
at the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve.
A wildlife refuge is not a zoo.
It sounds like it is.
No.
It's kind of the opposite,
what?
actually.
What version is this of this song?
Do you know like a hip-hop version of this song?
No, there's a faster version. This is like
This is the one
trash version.
This is Roy
There's
Rogers.
a good version of Home on the Range.
This is awful.
Come on, Ryan, step your game up.
Like, come on. Can we get like a remix here? DJ Khaled remix.
Can you give us some like DJ Khaled? There you go. That's the DJ Khaled remix. You just yell as DJ Khaled. So you can get into the show on those poll questions here. We also are going to get to a game that we play, and we're going to get to it next segment here, but we're going to get some audio here. Kay Adams was at Packers camp. She talked to Matt LaFleur. She talked to Jordan Love. We're going to play a game that we play on Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're on 4 to 6 in Madison weekdays here across just the ESPN Madison network and streaming on the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream right now as well, but what we do with the show is we play audio, whether it's press conference or interviews, and we ask, is the person being interviewed, are they for real or phony? Like, do we believe what they're saying? So we're going to play that next. But before we go to break here, I want to tell everyone about Carbon World Health. It's in Madison, but they can help you anywhere in the state. So if you're looking for a safe place for GLP-1s, like a doctor you can trust to see if it's actually something that you want, Dr. Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley over there can make sure that GLP-1s are right for you. I did that for a while. It helped me drop about 20, 25 pounds. I've kept the weight off despite not being on semaglutide anymore, and my body fat is just around 10%. And then you could ask about hormone replacement treatment there. So if you're not feeling like your normal self, you don't need to have the testosterone levels of someone appropriate for your age. You can go there and get testosterone levels that will make you feel like you felt in your 20s and 30s. So talk to the folks at Carbon World Health about that. They also have red light therapy. They have cryotherapy. They have a fantastic fitness center there as well. So Carbon World Health for all of your health and fitness needs. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We don't speak about
Speak
her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Phish Friday continues here on Jim, Matt, and Molly across ESPN Wisconsin. We're filling in for KBN across the state because Ben Brust is getting married, so the whole show is out. So Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge have the pleasure of having you for the next couple hours here on a Friday. It is a Phish Friday, primetime overtime back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Phish Friday in honor of that. I've never had a traditional Wisconsin fish fry. And also, my brother's a huge Phish fan, and I think Phish, the music, fits on a Friday. So that's the story behind that. We're not going to get into for real or phony. Ryan, let's get to it.
Well, look who's talking now.
You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
Now, are they speaking the truth?
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Or feeding us crap?
You're a phony! Hey, everybody! This guy's a great big phony!
Time to decide if it's for real or phony.
So, yeah, Jim, as you said, Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love, and plenty of other Packers players speaking with one of our favorite media personalities, Kay Adams. Isn't that right, Molly?
Yes, Kay Adams. Love her.
Yeah.
So does my husband.
Okay, yes. Let's give a little bit of context to where that's at there. We'll take a pause for a second.
All right, here's the context of it. So basically, my husband doesn't listen to my radio show. However, he does listen to Kay Adams' show religiously, especially during the football season. So, therefore, I say that my husband likes Kay Adams more than he likes me, which I still don't think is false. Here's his perception, everybody.
Right.
He thinks that I am like a ride or die Packers fan in the way that like the KBN crew is, or the way that Matt Hamilton is, that I think that the Packers can do no wrong. However, that is not the way that I am a fan, nor the way that I am a radio host. So I'm more of a realist when it comes to talking about the Green Bay Packers and really any of my teams, because I like to kind of guard my heart in the way that I talk about them, I suppose. So that is my husband's reasoning for not listening to me on the show, because he thinks I'm just a Packers homer, and he is a Minnesota Vikings fan, so he doesn't like listening to me. So he likes listening to Kay Adams more than me.
We got it all?
And I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all.
Fine. It's totally fine.
Nope.
Yes, everything is fine.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, I know Molly.
I'm in a happy marriage. It's fine.
I'm sure Molly would be. You getting renew your vows sometime soon?
I'm available. There
you know what? Our 3-year anniversary just happened. Like, what day is my anniversary? The 12th of August. So give me a couple more years. Wait until we get into the double digits. Hopefully.
Okay. All right. We'll give it some time. Well, I'm sure you're also jealous of the fact that Kay Adams gets to speak with guys like Matt LaFleur at Packers training camp, gets to ask the hard-hitting questions. One of which was about the crowded wide receiver room and plenty of injuries on the roster right now. Kay wanted to also know, is Romeo Doubs' job status at stake right now?
What does Romeo Doubs have to do to not have rumors about him being cut from this team?
Rome's not. I'd be very shocked if he ever was going anywhere.
There's words about that.
No. That will not happen.
Can you sort of explain why so confidently?
Because Rome is out there competing and doing everything that we need to see from him, and obviously he's played a lot of ball for us and at a high level, and he's been a great teammate, and he goes out there and you can count on him every day.
Guys, Molly, I'll start with you. Do you feel like Matt LaFleur was sounding kind of for real or phony when talking about Romeo Doubs and whether or not he'll be with the team this year?
I'm going to say for real, but I'm only saying for real because I heard Jason Wilde's appearance on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning, where he basically said Romeo Doubs has been having as good of a camp as Matthew Golden has. Like, he has been the guy. Part of that is also because a lot of the other wide receivers are not practicing right now. But Jason Wilde basically shut this entire rumor or whatever you want to call it. He shut it down this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. So I fully believe that Matt LaFleur is being for real in this clip with Kay Adams.
I'm for real.
Jim, what about you?
It's for real. He's also really clunky. Because couldn't he have just said, he's not getting cut, I'm the coach, when she asked to tell me why?
I'm not tight.
Because I'm the coach, and he's going to be our number 1 or 2.
Yeah, but then
if
he said that, I feel like we'd be dragging him for being like, oh, you sound so cocky because you say I'm the coach of the Green Bay Packers.
Fair. Maybe we should put him in a no-win situation. But I just at some point it could have said I am the coach. I like what he brings. He was our best receiver last year when he was on the field.
Not hurt,
so what? I can't address I wish he would just go after fan bloggers.
Now, see, okay, so that's my thing, because I did see an article, and I feel like it was from a fan blog's website. I don't even know what the website was. So that's where I saw the article, and I was kind of just I haven't heard anything else about this, but maybe I'm living under a rock. I don't know. But in terms of being a reporter, and Jim, I know that you've had experience being in different locker rooms and whatnot. Is this good on her for asking a hard question because, like, if this was a real story that he could be potentially getting cut, traded, whatever, like, is that takes some cojones to ask that to the head coach, does it not?
I don't think it was a hard question.
Okay.
The way she framed it, it's like, this is silly, right?
You think
and so yeah. These are very much.
But you said, what does he have to do to not be banished from his team?
But like that. But that's a leading question into positivity. If she had said, you have all, like, if you were going to ask the question in a reporter sort of way, but again, it doesn't apply to Romeo Dobbs specifically. But if you were going to say, hey, you have Jaden Reed, you have Matthew Golden, their skills kind of are redundant. You have Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Savion Williams. You have all these receivers, Dontavion Wicks. Like, someone's going to not be on the team next year. So how do you decide who's going to be the long-term and short-term future? Like, that would be a way that's a little bit more like.
But then is that almost asking the same question that he got mad at, I think it was Jason last year, asking who the number one wide receiver is?
Yeah, but didn't Matt LaFleur look like a buffoon now? Because the Packers, it was the old adage, you don't have one number one wide receiver, you got no receivers. Like, they didn't have a number one, and the team struggled because of it. Now this year, like, we'll draft Matthew Golden first round, and hopefully he becomes our number one as fast as possible.
Right.
So, like, Matt LaFleur's got an egg on his face for getting mad about that one last year. Like, that cut's hilarious to me. Oh, I get so mad at number one. You got a bunch of threes. So congrats on that. So they obviously rectified that,
right,
at least in their minds, by drafting Matthew Golden. So I get what you're saying there. But, again, LaFleur's always just clunky and weird, even in these softball sort of interviews.
It's
what's
not
next?
tight. I'm not tight.
All right, so we'll move on
So
from Matt
awkward.
LaFleur and get a quick question and answer. And like you were saying, Jim, Kay Adams has a way of sort of setting it up for the clickbaity quotes, the clickbaity videos to put online. Well, this was definitely one of them when she asked Jordan Love, starting about what was the best wedding gift he got, and it takes a real turn. Why don't you guys listen?
Who gave you the best wedding gift?
Ooh, best wedding gift. That's a good question. That's a really good question. My agent, shout out Dave Mulligetta.
There we go, Dave Mulligetta.
Dave Mulligetta gave us a little pizza oven, so shout out. That's
A
my guy.
pizza oven?
Pizza oven.
Isn't Dave Micah's agent?
He is.
Micah Parsons'
Yes,
agent?
he is.
I'm just putting that out there.
He
That
is
would be
indeed.
that would be kind of fun.
Hey, that would.
That would be kind of. I would just like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all.
Okay.
Guys, what do we think about the way Kay got into that one? I think she sort of felt that one coming with the Micah Parsons. Everyone's in on Micah Parsons. Every fan base wants him. Every fan base is going to get him. Jim, what do you think? Was this for real or phony, the question and the answer?
I thought it was a great job by Kay finding a way to get into that. What in the hell is wrong with Jordan Love's agent? He gets him a pizza oven? What?
What is he supposed to get him?
You just made an ungodly amount of money off Jordan Love.
Give him some money back?
Give him
What?
something. I thought he was like, how about like, I don't know if you wouldn't have this on your list, but there's got to be the most expensive thing on the list is what the agent should have gotten Jordan Love. I don't know what it would be.
I didn't have a traditional wedding, so I'm not sure what goes on.
I don't know what it would
registry.
be, but like, I could buy Jordan Love a pizza oven. And maybe he should describe it better. Like, maybe he's built a big, giant brick patio.
That's what I was
pizza oven.
thinking.
But otherwise, like a pizza oven, I can get one at Costco for $90. Thanks, pal. So I think Jordan either did his agent dirty, which is probably more likely because Jordan is not a wordsmith, and like
question.
did
Anyway,
not
I hate
actually.
that. Don't play that. Like,
Also,
That's a good question.
he was filibustering so hard. I
Yes.
guess his agent was there or something to like come up with an answer.
That's a good
Like,
question.
and it was all of like a strategic. So Jordan Love's answer was phony because you could tell he filibustered for so long trying to find an answer that would not upset anyone. So he's like, I'll just go with my agent because nobody's gonna get mad if I say my agent. If I say a family, like I say a real person, then it's like other family members would be like, I can't believe I felt left out. Or if you say like a Packer player, you'd be like, I can't believe other Packer
Right.
players. So like he went with the safe answer because Jordan Love is one of the most uninteresting quarterbacks on the face of the earth, at least public facing. He continued that run, but like he still did his agent dirty because I'm guessing his agent probably bought him some sort of like elaborate brick oven, pizza oven that would go in the backyard. Because otherwise, I would fire my agent if they gave me a pizza oven on my wedding day when I just made them $55 million per year. They made me that money, but he gets a cut of that every year.
That's a good
And I made
question.
the money. You just
Right.
worked out the deal.
So I actually think this is like a terrible question by Kay Adams because it's like he's like you just said, he's making $55 million a year. He can buy his own damn presents. What the hell is a present to him? Like I don't know. I just hate that question. So
You're a phony.
Jordan Love is just so awkward too. Like, that's a good question. That's what Jason does when we're on the phone with him and he doesn't know how to answer our question right away. He'll just be like, "Oh, Molly, it's a good question."
That's a good question.
Okay, it gives you time to think. But
who is a good interview? Like, who is a good interview with the Packers? Is that part of their scouting process? Like, can you be born a sin? Like, is that a requirement?
I mean, I'm trying to think of anybody that's interesting.
I would say Josh Jacobs is pretty interesting. He gives
Is
good.
he? Okay.
He gives good answers. I would say
he
gives.
was good at like Super Bowl, like the radio row there.
Because he's the one saying that they don't have a number one receiver. He definitely says interesting stuff. He says maybe the most
Bakhtiari
interesting.
was insufferable, but he seemed interesting at times.
He was.
Like, offensive linemen usually are obviously Tauscher hosting shows and everything like that.
Would you guys say that Aaron Rodgers was interesting?
For a while.
Interesting but annoying.
Yeah.
Like, he went from interesting to annoying. But I would say usually offensive linemen. Bulaga's obviously does a show with us, and Tauscher. Like, offensive linemen historically are all usually the most interesting folks. They're usually the most, like, regular. Because if you're like Jordan Love or whatever, you're getting, even if it's subconscious, you're getting special treatment, like your whole life because you're a star. Offensive linemen, the old term was like stick them in the weight room and have them grow like mushrooms. Like, you just have to like let them grow and get bigger and meaner, and then like that's such a in the trenches dirty job. Like, I think you just have like a more normal personality.
Grow like mushrooms, Ryan. Have you ever heard that before?
A little Derek Engler-ism. Derek Engler played center for the Badgers and the Giants.
Also, I'm pretty sure mushrooms like shrink when you cook them.
I said let them grow in the weight room.
Because you put them in like a dark...
Oh, like you put in like a seed.
Yeah, and then like they grow in dark, dank places.
Wait.
I would imagine
Do mushrooms have seeds? I don't think they have seeds.
I don't know the seed part of it, but like they grow. Like the idea is that
they grow in shade. They grow in dark
Yeah.
places. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, everything starts from a seed.
I don't know about that.
Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty
like
sure.
Trees, they don't have seeds, but like you plant tree seeds.
But do like bacteria start as a seed?
Okay, I don't know. You're the nerd on the panel.
Oh, wow.
No, mushrooms do not grow from seeds.
Then what the hell do they grow from?
Spores, germination.
Ooh,
okay.
That's
I don't
not
know what that
something.
means.
That's not something you want to be around. Spores.
If a spore lands on a suitable nutrient-rich surface and has the right conditions, like moisture and decaying substrate, it will germinate.
That's a
That
good
sounds
question.
Gross. Sounds like a disease.
A mature mushroom can release countless spores into the air. Just telling you, that's what it says.
Okay. Thank you
Take that
for
for
the
data.
science lesson.
Yep.
That was nice.
Go to break.
Please.
All right, well, coming up next, we have Tori from Harley Davidson. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So then they have to text the person, and she goes, "Yeah, I know." Like, she makes them like with ginger specifically. I'm like, that must be what it is. It's ginger.
Gotta be ginger.
It's ginger. Because I'm like,
hold that Benadryl. I'm fine.
Those were just ginger cloves. Those weren't nuts.
Yeah, ginger clove. That's a thing.
Yes,
that's real.
Clearly, obviously.
It's not. No such thing as a clove of ginger.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Wisconsin will need to earn its way back to bowl eligibility, facing the toughest FBS schedule. How the Badgers respond to adversity, a big question after last season's 5-game slide to end the year. Badger columnist Jim Polzien on how Bucky can use shortcomings as fuel for 2025.
The idea of walking into a locker room every day and not seeing any trophies was gut-wrenching and sickening to them. They may play well in October and still go 1-3, and then what? If you're 4-4 exiting October, where are you mentally? Where are you physically? But where are you mentally? And how much buy-in do you still have at that point? Because that's when leadership and culture is going to get tested.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It's the summer sales event at Metro Ford Madison, and the deals are still heating up. Drive home in a 2024 Ford F-150, Bronco Sport, or Mach-E with 0% APR for 48 months, $20.83 per $1,000 finance. But wait, there's more! Get a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles and 90 days with no payments with approved credit. But hurry, these hot offers end September 2nd. Head to Metro Ford Madison today and visit metrofordmadison.com.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues across ESPN Wisconsin. Jim Rutledge and Molly Brown with you. Primetime Orshine back in the Everlight Solar studio, doing his best to fit the theme for today. It's normally a Phish Friday where we play Phish music, but when you're talking about Rev and Rumble and you're talking about some boxing, you got to play some Rocky music here as Rev and Rumble boxing night, first ever amateur boxing showcase, is presented at Davidson Park. It'll be coming up tomorrow, 3 to 8. It is free admission, open to all ages. It should be an accessible, family-friendly outing. And I want to talk about that in a minute, Tori. Let's talk to Tori from Harley-Davidson. But let's talk about Davidson Park as Molly and I arrived here, and we had not been to this park. There's obviously a fun playground. There's beautiful lighting here. The growth is kind of coming in with the trees and the shrubbery and the landscaping, and it really creates a nice atmosphere right in the heart of Milwaukee.
Yeah, no, welcome. We're so glad to have you guys here. I always describe this as a park, but it's so much more, right? This is a community hub, and this is Harley-Davidson's backyard, right? We started here 120 plus years ago, and so this is part of our community, and we're really proud of this really great space here.
Awesome. And what are some other things, obviously we have Rev and Rumble this weekend, but what are some other things that people can kind of hang out and do while they're here?
Yeah, this park is for the community. So any day anyone can come here, and we have a playground, there's free Wi-Fi. We have a tavern that's open sometimes, but we do a lot of organized events for the community. So we do kickboxing classes. We'll do yoga. We do movie night, which is a fan favorite, where we let people vote on the movie, and people bring their families, and we have popcorn and we have hammocks, and everyone just kind of chills. And then Harley uses the space too a lot for our customers and for events. So it's really wide open use for this space.
And with that, I think I would understand that a big part of Harley, as you said, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, like to be able to give back to the community and have this space has to really be something that is rewarding on your end of it as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Harley and Milwaukee, they go hand in hand, and this is our home, and it will always be our home. And this is where it started. I mean, literally the first motorcycle was made across the street, and the Davidson family lived there. And so there's so much history there. And we spent a lot of time with the community, the near west side of Milwaukee, so we're part of the near west side neighborhood, and really understanding what does the community need, and it was green space. And so we were like, well, we're going to do it Harley way, right, and make a really cool green space. And so, yeah, this really is for the community, and that's how it's being used. It is. It's a really active space.
So tell us a little bit more about what people can expect this weekend. Like, obviously, I see a boxer literally getting ready right next to us, which is crazy.
And it's so hot. There's like over there, and we're in the shade. Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy. But, what can people expect? I mean, Jim said it's open to all ages. So, what is there for families to do? What is the boxing night look like?
Yeah, we, we're excited because this is the first of its kind here at Davidson Park and really in Wisconsin. And so, the team has put together a really great event that, again, is free to everyone, where you'll see ages, all ages of matches. We'll have activities for kids. We'll have vendors. We'll have, drinks. We'll have music. So it's just going to be a really fun day for the families that can come, support these really, really talented athletes who, I think are going to have a really great experience at the ring down there in the hub. So, yeah, it's just going to be a really fun day, and we hope everyone can just come check it out.
And kind of with the local aspect of it, I mean, local food trucks, there'll be merch here. So it really is something that can bring the community together. How did you pick, or how did the boxing park come together?
Yeah, it's, we as a team were just trying to think about how can we really activate this space. We've done, a lot of little things, but I was like, hey, I want to do something that brings a lot of people. And, the hub, the circular, the team was like boxing. And it's a pretty, there's a really strong boxing community here in Milwaukee. And so that was really kind of how it happened. And so the team really ran with it and has planned an excellent day for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fantastic. This, what you're doing for the community is fantastic. And I grew up a little bit north of Milwaukee, so I always knew the Harley-Davidson name, and obviously I've lived most of my life in Wisconsin. So it's always nice to see legacy businesses give back. Before we let you go here, is there anything else you want us or the fans or the people in the community to know about Davidson Park, other upcoming events, or more about Rev and Rumble? Because this is really cool. This is really special what you're providing to the community. And again, as we're pulling in on Juneau and to see this kind of open up and to be in the shadows of the Harley-Davidson is such a cool. You got the water tower sign, and you got some other signage there to have that kind of over this in a really cool way. Just adds to the ambiance here. But anything else that you want us to let us know about Davidson Park?
Yeah, I think you describe it well, and you just need to get here to see it. I mean, there's so many people in Milwaukee that have not been here yet, and that's why we're doing a lot of these events to get people here. So follow us on social media. You can become a friend of Davidson Park and help support this great work we're doing. But I would just encourage you just to come, even spend, an hour here, and you will just, really appreciate kind of what we've done here.
I'll say this. My kids are older now, so they don't do the playgrounds as much. But if I was in this area, and I live in Madison now, but this would have been one of, I like to find, playgrounds and, just good open green space to go to. And the playground looks great over there, and just open space that you can feel comfortable. The kids could run around and just get them outside during the nice months of the year. So even if it's just that, it's a destination, come by and just let the kids run around.
The kids start on the playground, and then they roll down the hills. So it's
and
then they run around the circles. So there's a lot of activities here.
It's kind of perfect though. I have a 2.5-year-old, so I know that they kind of just run all over like crazy. It's kind of the perfect place to keep your kids contained and
really
they can do stuff.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So
well, Tori, thank you so much for taking the time and having us out here today as well. We're looking forward maybe to meeting some of the boxers as well. But this is Tori from Harley-Davidson. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Again, Rev and Rumble is happening tomorrow here at Harley-Davidson. We got for the next 2 hours is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, those are crystal clear. Cheers! With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. Next race is August 15th through the 17th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule over at roadamerica.com. And the Green Bay Packers, Jim, Matt, and Molly are out at Davidson Park for a Rev and Rumble event going on tomorrow. But yesterday, it was the Rumble at Ray Nitschke Field. That's what some are calling the fight that broke out after yesterday's joint practice between the Packers and Seahawks. Words were exchanged and fists flew as tempers flared in the team's final joint sessions. But they'll be meeting again as the Packers take on the Seahawks in their preseason finale at Lambeau Field. It's a 3:30 kickoff. Make sure to head over to ESPN.com to get all your training camp updates and final wrap-up thoughts from Packers reporter Rob Domofsky. Then your Milwaukee Brewers are now the first team to hit 80 wins in the MLB this season after they beat the Cubs 4-1 in yesterday's series finale as well down at Wrigley Field. Brewers are back at it tonight as they host the San Francisco Giants, and former Brewers shortstop Willie Adames makes his return to the 414. Jose Quintana is scheduled to start for the Brewers with first pitch coming up at 7:10 right here on 100.5 ESPN, so pregame starts shortly after 6:30. Second hour of Jim, Matt,
Metro
Molly.
Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We don't speak about
Speak
her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Who gave you the best wedding gift?
Ooh, best wedding gift. That's a good question.
Actually, it's funny because me and my husband were just talking about this because, not the wedding ring, obviously, because that just happened today, and he's not going to find out until I have to tell him. And also, that might be another question. When do you tell your significant other that you lost your wedding ring?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly across ESPN Wisconsin. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. We're not normally on at this time ever in Milwaukee or Beaver Dam, or even on in Madison at this time. We're usually 4 to 6. But we are presented by Coors Light. Molly, not Ryan, because you guys are not going to time it up right. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power. Primetime Wollersheim back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Molly and I are in Milwaukee. We're at Davidson Park. It is fantastic here. Thanks to Tori for coming out and from Harley Davidson to chat with us. We have some boxers showing up here. We might put together some social media. Molly said I should get punched. I don't really think that.
No. I just asked if you wanted to. I didn't say you should.
And with all due respect, even the fighters here that look like children, I think they can knock me out. So I don't want any of that. But maybe we can do something fun on
Actually, you know what?
Can
Can we get people to text in what they think some fun social ideas with boxers would be?
And it's not either one of us getting punched. That's the one caveat that I want to put on.
I think nobody wants me to get punched, but I think there might be a couple
after the
people
takes
that
that
are fine
I've
with
had
you.
over the last few weeks across ESPN Wisconsin, there might be some people that want me punched. But you can get to the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbus Talk text line. List is more. We did have a Siding Limited poll question at the start of the show. We are in, Molly and I, because Ben Bruss is getting married today. So Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe are out along with Brad Nortman. Alex and Kyle, neither one of them are married. Kyle obviously engaged. So we wanted to ask the question, whose wedding would you want to go to if you can only go to one, Kyle Wallace or Alex Stroh? You can chime in on that at Jim at Molly on Twitter, or you can chime in 844-770-3776 on the Carlos Talk text line. This is more. I want to talk about quarterbacks, and we don't have the audio from Jason Wilde, and we'll talk to Jason Wilde a little bit later. But earlier this week, we had Pat the Designer on from the Chicago Bears podcast from ESPN Chicago, and we were talking to him about Jordan Love. And I have this theory overall about unconscious bias with quarterbacks, and you can see it even a little bit with the Patriots. Like Drake May, you see a quarterback in the Patriots uniform, and he shows some flashes, and it's like, oh yeah, I can just see it in my own mind's eye, like this is going to work out. And I get that. You see Caleb Williams in Chicago, and you just almost like focus on the negative. You're just a natural pessimist when you see Caleb Williams in Chicago and be like, oh, well, look at this dumb play, and he's in a Bears uniform, he's a Bears quarterback. It ain't going to work out. Bears quarterbacks don't work out. I've never seen it in my mind's eye. And then you see Jordan Love, who's playing well, and there's this assumption that Jordan Love is going to go from, the Athletic has him 12th overall, Tier 2 quarterback. Like, well, of course, Jordan Love, now is the year he's going to make the jump into like that top 5 QB thing and get to Tier 1. But I feel like there's as much evidence that he's going to stay exactly where he is as far as a quarterback, which is a very good quarterback, top 12. That means the majority of teams in the NFL would happily take him as a starter. His contract's not great for being a top 12 quarterback since he's top 1 or 2 paid quarterback. But that's neither here nor there. But when you look at Jordan Love in the Green Bay Packers uniform, there just seems to be a lot of people, and I think some of it's just an unconscious bias of like, well, of course it's going to work out. And it already has. I mean, to go from elite to even above average, which is where I'd call Jordan Love, that's actually hard to do. And so I don't want to sit here and this is not a crap on Jordan Love, but I do think that there is a national narrative and maybe even locally that of course Jordan is going to take the next step, and there is a next step to be taken despite the fact that he has had the same offensive coordinator, the same head coach. He's been in the league now going into his 6th year. Yeah, he's only started 2 seasons, but that's a lot of starts. But to be able to find your footwork, because all I hear when I hear quarterbacks talk is timing in the offense, footwork of the offense, being a master of the offense. Mm-hmm. You had all that before you even arrived on the field. Like he got to work through all of that before he even arrived on the field. Then he hit the field. I don't know, and I said this last year, I thought he'd be the same quarterback from his first year as a starter to the second year as a starter, just marginally different, and that's what happened. And I think the same thing's going to happen next year. This upcoming season. He's going to get marginally better, but he's not going to jump from 12 to 5.
But I want to bring you back, though, because do you actually feel like people are talking about that really pay attention to the Green Bay Packers? I understand that there could be a national narrative, but, like, do people really think that he's going to make this massive jump to being an elite-level quarterback? I don't know if I've heard that necessarily, and maybe that's just my realism coming through, thinking, like, I don't agree with that, so therefore nobody's saying it. But, like, I don't think I've heard that around Jordan Love, that people think he's going to be some crazy good quarterback this next year. I think we're hoping he can be better, but I don't think people are thinking that he's going to be Aaron Rodgers level or whatever, top-tier quarterback in the NFL level. I find that hard to believe.
We can just ask that question. 844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. List is more. Based on what you've seen from Jordan Love, do you think it's more likely he becomes a top 5 quarterback or stays in the same range he is?
Well,
or you can go it's marginally better.
What do I think is going to happen? What do I want to happen? There's
I want
to
go think. Hope is not a strategy. So 844-770-3776. Carl was talking text line. List is more. Side and limited poll question. What do you think the conversation around Jordan Love is going to be after the season? That he's a top 5 quarterback, or that he just gets marginally better, incrementally better year over year?
I mean, I want to hope and I want to think that both of those are true. I think he will get better this year, but also I think he's going to get better because he doesn't have another choice. Like, there is no other option.
He could just be marginally better. He's not going to get worse, but, like, he could just be in the margins.
But he needs to be better.
But if you're also not getting better, you're getting worse. Because I don't know if Cam Ward or some other quarterback's going to come out of nowhere, but
okay, so last year versus his first year as a starter for Jordan Love, did he get better than the year before, or did he stay the same? Because I would argue that he basically stayed the same.
And even if he got slightly better, he got jumped by Jaden Daniels. Like,
yes.
He's
now, could that be just like a lucky start, and who knows what's going to happen? Is he going to hit the sophomore slump? Who knows?
Who knows?
But what he looked like last year, he looked really freaking good.
But if you're not getting dramatically better, you're kind of getting worse. Because in theory, to trigger people, and I don't know if it's going to happen, Ben Johnson turned Jared Goff from mid to great. Jared Goff is a guy who had a terrible Well, I mean, I
Great
guess
is hard to say.
that's fine.
And I like Jared Goff as a
That's
quarterback.
fine.
Yes, he is a good quarterback.
We don't need to parse hairs on that, but like you could see someone like, for an example, Jared Goff with the Rams with Jeff Fisher as his coach was bad. Sean McVay comes in and Jared Goff immediately starts getting a much better quarterback, and by the end was a quarterback that got his team to the Super Bowl and now has gotten his team to 2 NFC Championship games. Josh Allen was terrible his first year. Year 2 got better, and then he really took off. So in theory, a guy like J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams could jump and surpass Jordan because they have less of a – like they have, in theory, more room to grow because they haven't had the same amount of coaching and time in. It's like this idea of – look at Isaac Collins with the Brewers. He's 27. He might win Rookie of the Year, but how much better is he going to get at age 27? More likely he flattens out and he's just this player the rest of his career, which is still a nice player. Because he's been in the system for so long, there's probably not a massive leap to be made. And there are aberrations, and some guy could come up late and make a massive jump, but more often than not, Isaac Collins to Jump Sports, it will probably be Isaac Collins, a good fourth outfielder for the rest of his career, and that's who he is because he's a 27-year-old rookie. Now, when you look at Jordan Love wasn't a 27-year-old rookie, but he was a 25-year-old rookie who had 3 seasons to learn the offense and learn his footwork and learn new mechanics before he had to be showcased. And so he might be more fully cooked than we realize, as opposed to even C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud, and to your point on Jaden Daniels, both those guys Daniels might be volatile and come down a little bit, but he might also shoot right back up because he hasn't had the same amount of coaching and experience in the NFL. But, Ryan, before we get to the audio from Pat the Designer, what kind of paraphrase what you heard from Wilde earlier today, but we'll ask him about it later.
So I actually was able to unearth the audio from our guy, Jason Wilde. So this is what he had to say. Excuse me one second as I pull it back up here. But here's what he had to say about a question from a fan who said that they thought that Malik Willis would be a better starting quarterback for the Packers than Jordan Love. Here was overall Jason's thoughts on the topic.
Than what Malik
I
Willis
agree.
could be.
I agree with you. They are not, to Adam's text, if that's what he was arguing, I do not believe that the Green Bay Packers would get rid of Jordan Love in order to make Malik Willis their full-time, long-term, we're going with Malik as our guy starter. If they were to decide that Jordan Love is not the guy long-term because he has an inconsistent 25 and takes some sort of step back or deals with a catastrophic injury in 26, heaven forbid, I don't want that to happen. I would say that he would be the gap guy for when they draft another quarterback so they could let him sit. I do not believe that, but you're the one who's signing him to a 3-year, $20 million deal.
I was just going to say that.
So essentially what Jason's saying is that it's not crazy the idea that at one point we could see Malik Willis as the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, but more than anything, that's because the team could still be unsure about Jordan Love's long-term future and whether or not he really is the guy for the team, the guy who takes them over the hump to become a Super Bowl contender rather than just the 7th seed the last 2 years.
I understand that Jordan Love's job could be replaced. Everybody is replaceable, okay? But, by Malik Willis, what are we talking about?
I'm not saying what the fan was saying was very logical, but I think the point that, essentially that Jordan Love isn't necessarily the long-term future yet for the Green Bay Packers. It's not set in stone. There's still a 10%, 5% chance that they could try to move on from him. That possibility still exists. And I feel like
absolutely it does. Yeah, absolutely it does. But, also when the Packers signed him, they had to do what they had to do. And, I think the problem that we all have with Jordan Love and his performance is how much he's getting paid to perform the way that he is. But that is also the going rate for a quarterback, and that's what it was when the Packers signed him last year. And yes, like I just said, everybody is replaceable. But I don't think we're at a point yet where we have to be thinking as fans who's going to be our next quarterback? Who's coming in this next year to replace Jordan Love? I don't feel that way.
So then what would you say that percentage is of how sure are you that Jordan Love is the quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years for the Green Bay Packers, percentage-wise?
10 years is a long-ass time, okay?
All right, five years.
I would say I'm 60% confident that he's going to be the quarterback.
60%?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that also has to do with the people that he's put that Brian Gutekunst is putting around Jordan Love as well, which he is making a concerted effort to make all those guys better in order to make his pick in Jordan Love better.
Okay.
Before we get to break here, I want to hear from Pat, the designer from ESPN Chicago. We had him on Jim, Matt, and Molly. You can stream that on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and the ESPN Wisconsin app, because he had an interesting take from the Chicago side of things. And I honestly think that, and I kind of said this as a troll when I first started talking about Jordan Love, that, let's hear from Pat, the designer, had to say, because this is honestly could be the best case scenario if you're not a fan of the Packers.
And I know you don't represent the entire city of Chicago, but I just have to know, what do you guys actually think about the Packers and Jordan Love? Does he scare you?
There's always the I don't want to say big brother complex, because I feel like that's giving you too much credit, but there's always that feeling of the Packers may do it again. But for me, as a Bears fan, Jordan Love is everything I hoped that he was going to be for the Green Bay Packers. Just good enough that you can't get rid of him, but maybe not good enough to get you over the hump.
So, Molly, what do you think about that?
It's literally the Packers fans' worst nightmare, which is why it gives Pat, the designer, the happiness if that were to happen, because then you're kind of you're stuck between a rock and a hard place if it does come down to that. So, I mean, when he said that, I'm like, you're not wrong, though, because I would almost be wishing the same thing for the Bears. I would want their quarterback to be horrendous, but that would also just be amazing just to do the show with you.
For an example, here's how I look at it. As a Bears fan, I want Caleb Williams to have year 2 that looked like Jordan Love's year 4 in the league. And that's kind of the timeline difference here. Yeah. Is that I want, if me rooting for a guy who had horrible coaching his first year and then kind of exasperated his worst habits. If year 2 he has better coaching, and by the end of the year, statistically and eye test wise, he looks like Jordan Love looked like going into, obviously that was his 4th year in the league, then his first year as a starter, I'm going to feel very excited about the future, because I have evidence to say, well, look at 1 year of good coaching did for Caleb. Look how much more it could go. Right. So I would be happy as a Bears fan if if Caleb Williams is Jordan Love this season. But I wouldn't. I guess as a Bears fan, differently, that'd still be Jordan Love's probably the best quarterback in Bears history. If Jordan Love just statistically just cranked out what Jordan Love does for the next 10 years, the Bears have different standards. But my point being, I still don't want to be in a position where you're the Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins or the Lions. Now, the difference is the Lions with Jared Goff, they didn't pay him as much as Jordan Love. Brock Purdy and the 49ers, they didn't pay him as much. It's it's the same, but when you talk about the escalation year over year, in theory, Brock Purdy could have jumped him. So you don't want to be in that situation. Now, I'm from a QB, poverty franchise in the Bears, so of course, we'll take Jordan Love. If you want to make that knock, absolutely. But if you're a team that is title town, Jordan Love staying at the 12th best quarterback in the league ain't going to get you a lot more titles. And so that is where the big question for this year, which again goes back to why I think Jordan Love's got the most pressure on him this year for the Green Bay, for any quarterback in the NFC North, maybe of all the NFC. Because if Jordan Love is the same damn quarterback this year as he was last year and the year before, and you can't use injuries as an excuse, now you're looking at this big matzo ball that you paid a quarterback $55.5 million per year to be slightly above mid. As Matt Hamilton, a regular co-host on the show, has to say, Dak Prescott, he calls him Mr. Mid. And I said this before, it is not out of the realm. In fact, it could be the most likely scenario that Jordan Love goes out and has another statistically good season. He's slightly statistically better because he's healthier this year. And the Packers go, and they're the 7 or 6 seed again, and they lose in the playoffs. You know what that narrative gives you? It's Dak Prescott, an overpaid quarterback who's good enough in the regular season to win you some games but can't get it done in the playoffs. Because we're not there yet, but that's the conversation you can have if Jordan Love doesn't win, not only in the regular season but in the playoffs this year. Because then he's an empty stats guy.
Right.
And that comes with consistency, and we all can agree that Jordan Love has not been consistent. In fact,
and that's his biggest issue, at least in my opinion.
I agree. In fact, before he had that run, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking to a Packers beat reporter on it, and they said that, hey, halfway through the season of Jordan Love's first season as a starter, or somewhere around that point, they were starting to scout or look into the young QBs, this would have been Caleb Williams' class, of who the Packers might draft in the first round, because Jordan Love, if we don't remember, was struggling mightily. Then he ripped off 8 amazing games, and then last year it was this was average game in and game out. and there was no super highs, but there were no super lows. It was consistent.
Mm-hmm.
But it was consistently below average or the average based off of the 8 games he finished the year with.
Right.
So there is just as much evidence that Jordan Love is the quarterback statistically that he looks like, which is not a high completion percentage guy, not an explosive play guy consistently. He's not like Josh Allen where he could have a low completion percentage and make all these other plays.
Yep.
And what he really is a 12th best quarterback in the league. That's the most statistical evidence we have. He had an 8-game stretch, and all those 8 games he was not elite, but over those 8-game window, he had an elite numbers. So that's the catch we'll talk to about Jason Wilde coming up a little bit later. But 844-770-3776. What do you think will happen to Jordan Love this year? Jump into the top 5 QB, remain a fringe top 10 QB. 844-770-3776. That's a Carl was talking text line. List is more. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler, and they are locally owned. In Madison and in Middleton, you can get custom engagement rings, you can get ball watches, you can do all the things that you need at Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So, random Marlin player, Dan Ugla.
All that's going through my head right now is UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
I'll give you another one real quick before we get to our signing limit poll question.
You ugla. You ugla.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango. Bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Hey, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network, and I've got a question for you. Is your home ready to shine this season? Whether it's roofing, siding, or windows, Ridgetop Exteriors is the name you can trust. For over 20 years, Ridgetop Exteriors has been Wisconsin's favorite for roofing, and they bring that same expertise to siding and windows. Imagine vibrant, low-maintenance siding and energy-efficient windows that brighten your home while cutting energy costs. Ridgetop Exteriors holds all expert-level installation credentials with the leading manufacturers, including Pella, James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding, and LP Smart Side Engineered Wood Siding. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a commitment to excellence, they're the clear choice for home improvement needs. Plus, consultations and estimates are always free, so there's no reason to wait. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com to schedule your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, putting customers first every time.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place, and it has changed the game for me. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals, too many to even name them all. Plus, all the great new features like watching 4 games at once with Multiview, your fantasy team updates live in-game. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. So you got to check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Hey, it's Crash Gladys from Speed Freaks. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use limited time promo code ADULT and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code ADULT to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code ADULT. Yeah, at first I thought it was too good to be true, but it's completely legit. Plus, you can cash out anytime. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app now by using limited time promo code ADULT. That's promo code ADULT for a limited time 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
When I see the connection, though I see, I don't stare. Though I see, I don't stare. When I'm lost in my reflection, though I see, I don't stare, though I see.
Molly Brown and I, Jim Rutledge, carpooled over to the event here at Davidson Park. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are on across ESPN Wisconsin, filling in for KBN as Ben Bruss is getting married. We did have someone chime in on the Carbos Talk text line. List is more 844-770-3776, asking if Brad and Alex and Kyle were just taking a day off or were they actually invited to Ben's wedding. I don't know. But regardless, we are here. We did not take the big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, but Ryan and Pablo. But Ryan, you got a chance to ride in the big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. It's a sweet ride, isn't it?
I was amazed by the amount of legroom in the back seat. You said I got to ride in the front on the way back, but honestly, I kind of wanted to be in the back seat again when we were coming back from Milwaukee on Wednesday. More room to space out.
Why?
What are you talking about? You get your own little space.
You thought it sounded weird too. Don't even.
What's weird about that?
Ryan,
stop. What do you mean? Anyways,
Nothing.
The big blue truck.
I don't want to ride in anybody's backseat. I get car sick. I'm good.
Okay. Anyways, no matter where you're sitting in the big blue truck, it's gonna be a comfortable ride. That's what I'll say, Jim.
844-770-3776 is how you can chime into the show. It is a Phish Friday, and we do have some people chiming in on the talking text line. But we did ask the question: what do you think will happen with Jordan Love this year? Will he jump to be a top 5 QB or remain a fringe top 10 QB? Right now, 68% of you say remain around the top 10. And so we'll talk to Jason Wilde about that a little bit later in the show. I actually think he's coming up next here. But we did have some people chiming in here. We had one, Jeremiah Madison said, Love is good, but he just doesn't have that wow factor like the greats do. Dan Stoughton chimes in, I think Packer fans have become dull to the sensation of witnessing greatness at the quarterback position for 30 years. They don't remember anything else, so they're stuck believing Jordan Love is going to step up and carry on that tradition. I hope that's the case, but the odds are extremely unlikely. And look, again, there's worse things to have than a quarterback of Jordan Love's caliber.
Sorry, were you throwing it to audio or were you saying that to me?
To you.
Well, that's what I thought, but then all of a sudden I'm like, hold on, there's a pause. No, absolutely. I think just it's tough. It's obviously tough when you go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, where it's like you said it in the last segment. Like if Jordan Love was the Chicago Bears quarterback, you would be happy. Mm-hmm. You would be good with that, right? Like that is better than any other quarterback that you've probably experienced in your lifetime as a Bears fan. Yep. It's just, I guess the expectations for the Green Bay Packers are so high. But I guess what I was coming back to when you were talking in the last segment too, and what I'm just thinking right now is like, yes, do I want Jordan Love to be great? Of course. Who doesn't want their quarterback to be great? But if the Green Bay Packers are going to build a good enough team around Jordan Love and he can be whatever the step above being a game manager is, but not be great, not be elite, not be Hall of Fame level quarterback, I'm good with that. Because if the Packers are still a good team, I don't care if Jordan Love is perfect. I don't care if Jordan Love throws a ton of interceptions. Like, if the Green Bay Packers are winning, getting to the playoffs, if they can win in the playoffs, hell, if they reach a Super Bowl and Jordan Love plays the way that he has, I'm fine with it. My team is winning. Jordan Love is not my team. The Green Bay Packers are the team that I'm rooting for. I'm not just solely rooting for Jordan Love.
that is something I've said for a while. The Green Bay Packer fans, I think in their hearts, have almost identified themselves as QB town instead of title town. That you want the titles, and I get they go hand in hand. So I think fans would rather have the great QB and a lesser team and just count on that great QB to carry you to a Super Bowl, like what happened with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. But if you go the other way of trying to win a Super Bowl with a Brock Purdy, Jared Goff level QB, it is harder. And the trickier part is it's harder to do that, and Mark Tauscher gets mad every time I bring it up. But having a rookie, having a quarterback on a rookie scale deal is the most valuable thing in football. That I think up until last year there was at least one quarterback on a rookie scale deal playing in the Super Bowl, and Jaden Daniels is one game away. And the reason why that's valuable on two parts: one, the Packers, if they had to do it all over again, I don't know if Jordan Love's getting top tier number one quarterback guy money. It might be more in line with Brock Purdy, which I know is the same dollar amount, but it did not put him at the top of the market. And this is where I get Jordan Love gets closer to being Dak Prescott, who is a hell of a quarterback, don't get me wrong. If you remove the injuries, Dak Prescott is right up there. And the playoff stuff, you look at the playoff stats for Jordan Love and Dak Prescott, obviously Dak has more games, are not that far apart. Neither one of those guys play as well in the playoffs as they do in the regular season. Now, Jordan had the one great game, ironically, against the Cowboys, but statistically, 49ers was very up and down and not all the way there, and obviously had the massive mistake at the end, and Philadelphia had 3 interceptions, however those came about. So, he's not covering himself in glory. I'm not saying he's there yet, but also there's worse things than Jordan Love being Dak Prescott. Because I believe on this athletic tiers list, Dak Prescott was ranked 11th on the same tier as Jordan Love. And that's where, if I'm a betting person, I'm betting on Jordan Love living in Tier 2 forever, because I believe the Tier 1 system for the athletic, there's 5 QBs there.
Do you know who the top 5 are?
I believe it was 6 this year. I believe it was Matthew Stafford.
He was new into it. So Stafford was a guy, I listened to a podcast on it. Stafford was a guy that 3 people switched him from a 2 to a 1. They carried him from 2 to 1. It was literally, he always was on the fringe of being a Tier 1 guy or a Tier 2 guy, and a couple votes switched that kicked him into Tier 1.
I think what it was Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and then Joe Burrow were the top 6. They were in the Tier 1 quarterbacks. And then it was Dak Prescott was at number 12, and then Jordan Love was at 13. I believe he was just one spot ahead of, I believe it might have been Brock Purdy. I'll have to double check on that one. But that was right at the bottom of Tier 2.
And that, to me, is where Jordan Love lives, somewhere in that Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy world. He is not peers with Joe Burrow or Matthew Stafford or any of those quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, I'll give you, we're living in the moment there, but as someone who wants his quarterback to be the best quarterback of that draft, I don't know if that's happening. Jaden Daniels looked so good that year one, you don't know. Now, again, back to Jaden Daniels. You know what Jaden Daniels has in common with Bo Nix?
What?
They started almost a full season more than Jordan Love started games in college, or Caleb Williams, or J.J. McCarthy. They were older rookies coming in, and they, because of COVID and because of NIL, stayed in college longer. They were more fully cooked quarterbacks during their rookie season than Jordan Love. And obviously Jordan didn't have to play for 3 years. But some of their instant success could be attributed to guys who have taken thousands more snaps than other rookies by the time they get into the league. Cam Ward's interesting to me. I could see him hitting the ground running because Cam Ward played a lot of college football, more than a lot of these other players coming in.
One more minor correction. Jaden Daniels was actually the top of Tier 2 in those rankings.
Okay.
So he was still number 6 overall, but just outside Tier 1.
But also, just looking at Tier 2, I feel right away in my mind, I'm I almost want to get defensive where I'm don't say our quarterback is Tier 2. But just looking at this list, Tier 2 is not bad company to be in by any means. Like you said just now, Ryan, number 6, Jaden Daniels. Then you've got Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, C.J. Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy. That is all good company to be in. It's just not elite company to be in.
Right. And that's my whole take, and I guess that's my whole thoughts on Jordan Love, is right now there is as much evidence that Jordan Love will remain in the Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert sort of tier of quarterback. Those are his peers. There's more evidence, or as much evidence, that that's where he'll stay as he will jump into the elite tier.
And
I think the elite tier jump is assumed because of the uniform.
And as Pat, the designer, said, is that the worst case scenario then for the Packers fans? That he is just good but not great, but you just kind of live in that Kirk Cousins realm for the next 5 years?
There are worse things, but the pay is the hard part because that's where the Dak comp comes in. Dak got paid early and a lot because he was a second-round pick, so the contract reset earlier, and then you're constantly paying him more than you want to. You're paying him market value for a starting quarterback who is a top 12 starting quarterback, upper echelon starting quarterback, which Jordan Love is unquestionably that. Then it's like, well, what do you do? Do you continue to pay that quarterback more and more, or do you just pull the plug and try to move on? And we can talk about that with Jason Wilde on the other side because this offense, as we see with Brock Purdy and Jared Goff, doesn't necessarily require you to be elite. But Molly, before we go to break here, your energy has been off the charts today.
Oh, has it been? Oh, amazing. Well, you guys know that I have a lot of kids. We like to call my home the zoo because I have so many dang kids. And in order to keep up with all those kids, I got to drink my Zoa Energy. I love it. It has vitamins B and C in it. It is just delicious. There's so many good flavors. Today I had the mango splash flavor. It was great. If you want to pick up some Zoa for yourself, head over to zoaenergy.com where you can find some today. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Like, winning teams could talk trash.
Yeah, but we're
Giannis talks trash.
Maybe we're not good enough to be talking trash.
Or maybe it's not your personality.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Yeah, I'm not tight either.
I'm not tight at all. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
Ben Johnson?
I'm so loose right now.
We don't know. I don't know who he is. I have no idea what he is.
I'm not tight.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Is your roof underperforming?
Saggy shingles, leaky spots? Sounds like someone needs a little Avondale Roofing. They don't just patch things up, they go all the way. Tight, sealed, satisfied. It's the kind of roof that'll have your neighbors going,
Now that's a roof.
Avondale Roofing. They get on top so you don't have to. Call now. Your house deserves it.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jason, quick
You
question.
are one of one.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point. Well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bats.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
Jim Rutledge and Molly Brown with you. We are at Davidson Park. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are taking over for KBN as Ben Brust is getting married today. We were not invited, but Alex Strofe and Kyle Wallace were, along with Brad Nortman, and they are at the wedding, so we get the privilege of being at Davidson Park in Milwaukee. Really cool green space here, just in the shadows of Harley-Davidson's manufacturing, and we're thrilled to be here. There's Rev and Rumble coming up tomorrow, so there'll be some amateur Milwaukee boxing at the event, free to the public. It is a family event, so you can come out here and enjoy some great boxing and support the Milwaukee community. We're thrilled to be joined by Jason Wilde, and Jason, we played some of your audio a little bit earlier, but before we get into that, I do want to continue my my New Year's or new August resolution. How you doing today, Jason?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. I was not invited to the wedding either, and I'm
that was my next
disappointed by
question,
that
actually.
because I wanted to be able to say, no, I'm not coming. So I'm disappointed I didn't get offered the opportunity so I could say no, like I did to Jesse's wedding.
You didn't go to Jesse's wedding? I thought you did.
No, and it was in Green Bay.
Oh, God.
Sydney had a soccer tournament, and we believe in being good teammates, and they weren't invited to the wedding themselves. That's another rule we have. And look, I am not offended at all if you don't invite us to weddings. Totally fine with that. But if you do invite us and the girls aren't included, then we're probably, to be honest, not going to go. So
Did
we
Jesse
don't,
do-
and
did
Ben
Jesse-
didn't invite me.
Did Jesse do the whole thing of, like, we love your kids, but today's a special day, and we want you guys to have a break from your kids?
No, he didn't do that. And by the way, he had it at the Tundra Lodge in Green Bay, which is a water park.
What a
so
weirdo.
not to be whatever, but like they could have gone to we could have gone to the wedding. They could have gone to the water park. So, but no, didn't happen. It's all good. We love Jesse, and I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, I'm not a big wedding person, and honestly, the kids are a nice excuse not to go. But
yeah,
I mean, they are. I mean, if you don't, but yes, I'm the same. If I can't bring my kids, like, here's the God's honest truth: my kids are going to enjoy the wedding more than I will. Like, you want them more more than me. They're going to get out and
They'll
dance and have a good time. And
Yeah.
even at 12 and 8, it's like they're not babies. They're not going to like be a drain on anything. They're adult. Like, they're growing up enough to not like disrupt anything. But also, then they can enjoy the after party.
They can have some kiddie cocktails
And have
go
a
get
good
on the
time. Like,
dance
there'll be a time
floor.
if they're like, I will be like, I'm here only because I feel like this is the right thing to do. They're going to be like, this is amazing. So, like, you want them there more than me.
I'm a little
Next
alarmed
time-
at how much we're alike right now. I'm really
Yes.
concerned about this.
Were you going to say next time you get married? What
No,
were
I
you
was
gonna
going to say, next time I get invited to a wedding, I'm going to be like, you know what? My kids should go.
You were thinking it, Jason. You were thinking it.
I was. There's no denying it. I'm sorry. I wish I
next
could, but I
time.
can't.
No, I'm not going to speak that into existence. Put the vibes into the world you want into the world, and that is not a vibe I want into the world.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
The next time I'm invited to a wedding.
Okay.
It might just be my kids. Who knows? That might be the next time I'm invited. I don't know how great of a wedding guest I am. But, Jason, Ryan alerted us to a little conversation you had about Malik Willis today with Tauscher, and I think it's just easier to have you kind of recap how you guys kind of got into Jordan Love's quasi-future, tying it to Malik Willis, because I have some interesting ties for it with how Chicago has kind of have a backup plan with Caleb Williams with a cheap backup in Tyson Bagent. They're covering all their bases. Now Jordan Love's more proven, but I think that's kind of prudent to have some capable people around, and that's kind of the benefit of having a guy like LaFleur who can constantly develop quarterbacks. You might not be beholden to a guy like Jordan Love if he doesn't take the next step that the Packers need him to take.
Yeah, and let's be honest. First of all, that's exactly how we got into the conversation, was them signing Bagent to that deal, right? I mean, and
you had to love
argue,
that press conference, right? Not to cut you off, but I saw this and
yeah.
Jason Wilde, classic Brett Favre comment. Where's Jason? He loved this crap. I was like, Jason, and I loved it too, but I was like, Jason's got to love that. And we played it for Tauscher. He loved it too.
For sure. Yeah, and so look, I'm not sure what Malik Willis would be, right? I think he's one of those quarterbacks. Domofsky asked Love yesterday if he thought he'd still be a starter if he had started right away. And Jordan doesn't punt on questions. He always tries to answer them. And he punted that like he was Daniel Whelan. It was a 75-yarder out of bounds at the 1-yard line. He was like, I don't know. It was seriously, I was stunned because he doesn't usually do that. So it was clearly something he didn't want to discuss, and I respect that, and I get it. But the way we got into this was, the Bagent deal. I don't know if Malik Willis feels like one of those guys that he can be successful with certain teams in certain situations with the right scheme, the right coach, the right guys around him, right? He had none of those things in Tennessee, as has been proven by the fact that then they drafted Will Levis, who also was no good, and now we'll see if Cam Ward as the first overall pick is good. Ever since Steve McNair, that's kind of been where quarterbacks' careers have gone to die, right? Marcus Mariota failed there too, and Marcus Mariota was a Heisman Trophy winner. And so my point was to Tausch that, maybe Malik Willis can find the exact right fit, kind of like it turned out for Sam Darnold last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. And maybe he can be a very effective starter for somebody else. He's only 26 years old right now. He's going to go into free agency in the spring. So Tausch's point was he should sign kind of a Bagent deal. And what I said was, I agree, and not only that, but the Packers would be smart to do that because, look, Jordan Love is a good quarterback. This is why Tausch makes me so angry. Because Trubisky.
Yeah.
Because there were times when you, as a Bears fan, thought, we got our guy. Right?
Yeah. Without a doubt. That's his first full season has started. They won the division, and he went to the Pro Bowl. He threw 6 touchdowns in one game.
Mm-hmm. So to suggest that maybe Love, and look, it could be injury, it could be ineffectiveness. There are all kinds of reasons the league comes at you fast, but it could end up not working out. And the contract is structured that he's the quarterback this year, he's the quarterback in 26. So again, you sign a Bagent style deal for Malik Willis, then he's the backup this year, he's the backup next year, and then if Love still hasn't taken a significant step forward, my point was, are you going to want to draft the next guy and say, look, this guy was good, but he wasn't good enough, right? And then if you do that, you have Malik Willis. Let's say you pick a first-round quarterback again in 2027. If you have Malik Willis, who's been now in Matt LaFleur's system for all those years, he could be your starter for the 27 season. So now you don't have to rush your rookie quarterback into playing again, right? Just like you did with Love and Rodgers before that. And now, I don't think you'd sit him for 3 years behind Malik Willis. But, I didn't think like again, we had a great time at the Pickler. He was in Menominee Falls. I was at Green Bay. We had a great time, but that really irritated me because it was painted as, this is ridiculous that you would say this. Is there a likelihood of this scenario ever playing out? No. Like I said, it's less of a chance of this playing out than it is of them trading for Micah Parsons, which I don't think is happening either. I think both are fantasy land ideas. But I don't think it's an asinine position to suggest that they could get to 2027 and say, look, this guy, we haven't gone far enough with this guy. And frankly, they could get to 2026 next year if they go 10-7, make the playoffs and lose in the first round, where they're also thinking, we haven't gone far enough with Goody and LaFleur, and because Ed Policy is the son of a guy who essentially fired Bill Walsh, do you think he's willing to do that if he thinks that in 2027 they need a new coaching staff and a new GM? You're darn right I think he would be. So I don't have a crystal ball. I think none of those things are likely to happen. There's a better chance of them going 13-4 and making the NFC Championship game this year, and both the GM and the coach getting extensions and the quarterback playing at a high level. But I don't think just because it's always worked out that way with the Packers, we can continue to believe that it'll work out always for the best for them every single time.
Like to add on to that, like I've said, like I think Jordan Love is good. He's top 12 where the Athletic has him is a very fair spot. He's right near Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. But we are like a very realistic season for the Packers could be them being the 7 or 6 seed. Jordan Love having a statistically similar season to what he's had year over year, maybe slightly better. And let's say they lose again in the playoffs, then all of a sudden his narrative nationally is going to be written more like Dak Prescott than the next Aaron Rodgers. But setting that aside, the Matt LaFleur, because I thought about this with Tyson Bagent, where Tyson's like, I wanted to stay around Ben Johnson. Quarterbacks play until they're 40. Like, I'll wait a few more years, develop more, and be around this great coaching staff because I love it, and this offense is so perfect for me. Matt LaFleur, his offense and his offensive mind is unquestioned. I think Matt LaFleur is viewed higher as a play caller than Jordan Love is viewed as a quarterback. So, like, that's the one thing that I always wonder, is there, and we're kind of seeing it with Minnesota, is there going to be a money ball in 49ers with Brock Purdy? Now they had to pay him, but like, hey, this offense doesn't require elite. It requires good, and realistically good and affordable is the best case scenario. And if J.J. McCarthy pops off with the Vikings like Sam Darnold did, and honestly Kirk Cousins probably had one of his best careers in this offense, and then you look at the other QBs, like Matt LaFleur could be the most valuable piece to this team even more than Jordan Love because of his ability to make life so easy for any quarterback. We saw that with Malik.
Right, and that's the other part of this equation, right? I mean, if we're being honest and realistic, the system, and this isn't just LaFleur's system. This is KOC, this is Zach Taylor, this is, look, Jared Goff, he wasn't good enough for them to win a Super Bowl. They did get to a Super Bowl, and Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan are at the top of this kind of food chain, and they all have made quarterbacks that you wouldn't expect to succeed, right? I mean, I know Jared Goff was a number 1 overall pick, but before he had Sean McVay, he certainly wasn't playing like one. And so this system makes lots of quarterbacks good. The question is, and this is one of the reasons why, if you remember, after the 2020 season, both illegally, allegedly, the San Francisco 49ers were tampering with Rodgers behind the scenes, allegedly, against the rules, allegedly. And Sean McVay and the Rams were, through proper channels, requesting to speak to him and to try and work out a trade to acquire him, and the Packers said no. They went through the proper channels. And what that said to me was both those coaches said, hey, we've got a great system that can make anybody good, but we still need someone who's great. And what did both those teams do? San Francisco then, when they didn't get Rodgers, drafted Trey Lance. Obviously, that turned out to be a terrible pick, but he was a 3rd overall pick. They picked him because they said, we need somebody who's going to be special to take this great offense to another level. And what did Sean McVay do? He traded Jared Goff to get Matthew Stafford, who we thought was the next most special option after Rodgers. And what happened? They won a Super Bowl. So I think that stuff is just fascinating, and that's why the quarterback piece you can make a lot of guys look good, but can you make the guy good enough to win a title? I don't know the answer to that at this point.
Jason, the Packers are wrapping up their preseason tomorrow as they take on the Seattle Seahawks. They wrapped up training camp with joint practices with the Seahawks. What do you think was the biggest story that came out of training camp?
Well, for one, and both Dontavion Wicks and Jaden Reed would tell me that, they did tell me that I worry too much. But to me, it's the fact that their offense has not really had any time where everybody that they want out there was out there, right? They've juggled their offensive line a bunch. They haven't even been able to really have the competition at left tackle because of the first with Elton not being there, then Aaron Banks with back problems, then Rasheed Walker with an injury. You got 5 of the top 6 wide receivers having missed time in the last week. Romeo Dobbs is back, so you're down to him and Matthew Golden. But the third wide receiver on the first snap against the Seahawks yesterday was McCole Hardman, who I don't even know if is going to make this team, right?
Yeah.
And then, obviously they've had Josh Jacobs, but they've had other issues with running backs getting hurt. And, oh, by the way, the quarterback got hurt in the first preseason game, had surgery on his thumb, and all he's doing is 7-on-7, which went poorly yesterday. So when I look at that, the big storyline to me is, even though they tell me not to worry, is that they are not. It's going to be really hard for them to be in sync to start the season offensively. And what better way to start the season when you're not sure how you're going to be in sync offensively than with the Detroit Lions, who went to the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, and the Washington Commanders, who went to the NFC Championship game last year.
Jason, one last thing. I heard you kind of giving some, I don't know if I want to call it play-by-play because I don't know if that's legal in training camp for you to do. I don't know the legalities around that, but
I don't think he's getting arrested.
Probably not, but that's what it was.
You were giving some play-by-play of Jordan Love during the 7-on-7 drill, and he went 3 for 12, I believe was the final number. Should we be concerned with this? I know that kind of just goes off of what you last just said, but, how concerning is that as a Green Bay Packers fan that he went 3 for 12?
Yeah, the guys that played in the NFL that we have on our airwaves, especially Tausch and Chewy as offensive players would say, that's not good. It's not good at all. 7-on-7 is weighted in the offense's advantage, and yet the Seahawks pretty much ate his lunch. And by the way, one of the 2 touchdowns that he threw in that period, the defender fell down. Otherwise, he might have broken up the pass to Tucker Kraft, so it would have been even worse. But it's 7-on-7. It's not real football. I mean, it's real flag football. And look, he can't do any of the things he normally does. Yeah, he's got, it's not his throwing hand, but he's got a brace on. He can't even catch snaps. He's not getting in a rhythm of catching a snap, taking his drop. He's starting with the ball in his hand right away. It's not real. And so, yeah, it was bad. But, I'm also a believer. The girls get tired of me talking about this kind of stuff, but you really do learn more from when you fail than you learn when you win and succeed. And he failed yesterday. There's two ways about it. And so, again, he's supposed to get the stitches out tomorrow. The hope is that next week he starts ramping up and he's got range of motion back in his thumb. Right now it can't even move. The sutures are in there. He wears the brace all the time. I happened to be talking to him the other day after he'd showered, and he's got that plastic wrap that's sticks to your body to keep the wound covered with the bandage on it. So he was trying to, I was telling everybody else this, that he's trying to put on a long sleeve shirt, and he didn't put his brace on first. And it was the most laborious process because you can't bend, if your thumb gets caught on the fabric, it's going to hurt. And you could even pull a stitch probably. And so it was painful to watch, even though he didn't end up hurting himself. But that was when he said he's getting the stitches out. He's going to wear some sort of wrap, but he'll be able to move his thumb again. And so then you could start taking snaps. And Jim, you would know this as well, when you get the ball snapped to you as a quarterback, it comes back in under center. It comes back with some force. And so they got to get to the point where he can do that. And then they got to figure out, okay, how much are they going to go shotgun? How's he going to hand balls up? Are they really not going to run to the right, so he hands off with his left hand, right? That's a part of it, too. So they've got a lot of things to figure out. I think one of the reasons why LaFleur wants to play his starters, the ones that are healthy enough to play tomorrow for a little while, is because it is 2 weeks and 1 day between the last preseason game and the first game of the season. So Love obviously won't be able to participate in that. The good news is they'll have 2 weeks for him to ramp up, and the hope is that he'll be fully functional for that game against the Lions.
Jason, quick answer on this one because Ryan's going to kill me. But we just had our part-timers here. They got McDonald's delivered, and one of them brought up here with the ESPN Milwaukee team. He asked, is a Big Mac good? Because he's never had one. He looks like he's in his 20s. I don't understand. Like, what is there a piece of food that's, like, famous that you have not had, Jason?
Yeah, Big Mac.
Like, you could have access to it? You've never had a Big Mac either?
No, so I am very. This is not going to be a short answer. Live with it, Wooly.
Okay.
I am not a fan of various condiments. I like ketchup.
Okay.
I like Stadium
You're not an
Secret
onion guy.
sauce. I'm definitely not an onion guy. Like if you could make a burger to put as many things that Jason Wilde doesn't want on it, it would be the Big Mac. Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, sesame seed bun. Forget about it. Pass. So I've never, ever, ever had one.
That's crazy.
No, I mean,
your taste buds are so boring.
I'm not going to take personal shots. That at least makes more sense.
I am.
It's Thousand Island dressing. That's the secret sauce, so it's not like anything great. I worked at McDonald's.
And I hate
Thousand Island.
I don't like that either. So it's perfect. And Molly, take all the shots you want. I am confident in my palate to say, no, thank you, Ronald.
I mean, your palate sounds like my toddler's. So, it's, like, I can do you eat chicken tenders and mac and cheese every night? What do you eat for dinner?
I don't. I love sushi. Are your toddlers eating sushi?
Oh, okay. We haven't tried that one yet.
Okay, I'm certainly a fan of that. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what the rules are with raw fish and
I mean,
stuff.
maybe not my 8-month-olds, but...
I love Mexican food. I just don't like onions. I don't like peppers, so I got to pick those out if I get like fajitas.
No fajitas.
I'm a complicated fella. What do you want me to say?
So I'm sad to say there will be no future connection between you and Molly.
What?
Because I don't know why you're so invested about Jason's
no,
palate. Like, we could never go on a date. What would I eat?
So much for that next wedding that we were talking about earlier.
Right, yeah, no kidding. I wanted to officiate it, but out the window. All right.
Oh, God, this just got awkward. Bye, Jason.
Yeah,
Thanks,
sorry,
Jason.
gotta go. Paula just got home. Bye.
Right. Yeah. Paul and Jose can make an introduction to each other. All right, thanks.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
I was like, say take care, be good.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I don't know where we're at, but I do know we're at Davidson Park. I don't know where we're at in the clock. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
But I've never seen the movie either.
I've only seen
the
Really?
Yeah, I had no interest in the movie.
Oh my gosh, the movie is terrible. Terribly awesome. Did you just touch my butt, Dewey? I know your tricks, Dewey. What? I quote that all the time.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show, talking all things Wisconsin sports, premiering every Thursday at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wisconsin will need to earn its way back to bowl eligibility. How the Badgers respond to adversity? A big question after last season's 5-game slide to end the year. Badger columnist Jim Polzien on how Bucky can use shortcomings as fuel for 2025.
The idea of walking into a locker room every day and not seeing any trophies was gut-wrenching and sickening to them. They may play well in October and still go 1-3, and then what? If you're 4-4 exiting October, where are you mentally? Where are you physically, but where are you mentally, and how much buy-in do you still have at that point? 'Cause that's when the leadership and culture is going to get tested.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't friendly. The trash talk? Next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. Cheers! With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
It's the summer sales event at Metro Ford Madison, and the deals are still heating up. Drive home in a 2024 Ford F-150, Bronco Sport, or Mach-E with 0% APR for 48 months, $20.83 per $1,000 financed. But wait, there's more! Get a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on new vehicles and 90 days with no payments with approved credit. But hurry, these hot offers end September 2nd. Head to Metro Ford Madison today and visit MetroFordMadison.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
J&K Security Solutions in Madison. They are locally owned. They are veteran-owned. They are family-owned. They will protect your home or business from anywhere in the world, so make sure to contact Jeff over at J&K Security Solutions if you want to protect your home or business. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. We are in Milwaukee at Davidson Park. Primetime Lowershine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. We talked with Jason Wilde, and I'm just going to throw this out for you because in classic Jason Wilde fashion, I don't really know what KBN does with the clock, but we are a disaster, so I'm going to do this super quick and get out. But Aiden, our 21-year-old part-timer here with ESPN Milwaukee, ordered a Big Mac via some sort of delivery service, and he had said he'd never had one before. I brought up to Jason Wilde. Jason Wilde said he had never eaten one before as well. So we do have a poll question, a side number poll question. Is it crazy that Wilde has never eaten a Big Mac? But I want to follow up a little bit deeper on the air, Molly, and we can take calls on our side. I want to know, because Aiden's more of he just never had one. Wilde didn't have a Big Mac because he just knew he wouldn't like it.
Because he's a picky eater.
Yeah, so I want to know, like, what is, like, a famous piece of food that you've never eaten? That could be, like, and try to be, like, within the area. Like, yeah, okay, you didn't have a Wawa burger or whatever. Like, yeah, that's not available. But if there's something that is, like, a Whopper. My wife did not have a Whopper until, like, 2 or 3 years ago. A sandwich.
What?
She still hasn't had a Whopper. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to the location on Stoughton Road today. The Green Bay Packers wrapped up their joint practices with the Seahawks earlier this week with the rumble at Ray Nitschke Field as they got in a fight following their final joint practice yesterday. Words were exchanged, fists flew, and tempers flared in the team's final joint sessions, but they'll be back at it tomorrow as they fight at the Packers' preseason finale at Lambeau Field. It's a 3:30 p.m. kickoff. Make sure to head over to ESPN.com to read all the news notes and thoughts coming from Packers reporter Rob Demovsky as the Packers wrap up training camp heading into Jordan Love's year 3 as a starter. Then the Milwaukee Brewers are the first team to hit 80 wins in the MLB this season after they took down the Cubs 4-1 in yesterday's series finale down at Wrigley Field. Brewers technically 7 games ahead in the NL Central standings, but really more like a 6-game lead. Cubs still own the regular season series at 7-6 against the Brewers on the year. Brewers are back at it tonight as they host the San Francisco Giants, and they welcome former Brewers shortstop Willie Adames back to Milwaukee. Jose Quintana scheduled to start for the Brewers' first pitch is at 7:10 p.m. right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're learning a lot about each other.
No idea. Irrelevant.
Or aren't you happy they lost rather than losing to the Cubs? Because then you'd have to listen to Cubs fans like Jim Rutledge.
Honestly, I am so flattered that I am just like an obsession amongst petty Brewer fans and petty Wisconsin sports fans like Alex Strofe and other ones.
Wow. If I'm able to get you to shut the mic down, I mean, Jim probably put you in his pocket half the time.
Yeah, he did.
It happened occasionally.
You're his pocket pancake.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 3 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. If you're on in Madison, it is a normal time frame to hear me, Jim Rutledge, alongside Molly Brown. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
That's Crush, a Coors Light. I was reading people's food comments.
I thought you were trying to find a Whopper. All right, you can. Primetime Walrus. I was back at the Everlight Solar Studio, and we are asking you in honor of. Well, we're out here at Davidson Park, and great part-timer Aiden is here and helping out, and he mentioned that he had never had a Big Mac before. He's 21 years old, which surprised me. Then we brought up Jason Wilde, and Jason, I believe, is somewhere near 50 or in his 50s, and he's never had and Jason, if I'm wrong, blame Molly on that. He's never had a Big Mac either, and so we wanted people to chime in 844-770-3776 on the Carbus Talking text line. List is more of like, what is something that is considered pretty popular that you have never had? For me, there's probably definitely some things on Taco Bell, especially if it's been in the last decade. Like, I don't remember the last time I ate a Taco Bell, so if there's something off Taco Bell, and when I went there, I feel like I only got the double-decker taco for the last little bit. So, like, I really have not eaten much ever at a Taco Bell, so that's probably my big miss as far as something that's popular. But you can chime in on that. Again, my wife had never had a Whopper sandwich from Burger King, Molly Brown, until recently when we went and got Dolly. But Dolly's almost 7 years old, so it's been 7 years. And she's never had a Whopper sandwich since then, Molly Brown. But we almost named Dolly Whopper.
No, you didn't.
I wanted to name her Whopper because she was a big puppy because she's a pit bull mix, and even as a puppy when we picked her up, like, she was big. So I was like, but I got the kibosh. I went with Dolly because Dolly is from Tennessee.
Your dog is from Tennessee?
Yep.
Like Dolly Parton?
Yes.
Okay.
And then obviously the girls play with dolls, but it was more the Dolly Parton side.
Okay.
Of it. JJ and Ponette says, I can't think of any common fast food I haven't tried, and also love the self-depreciating humor on the Whopper comment, Jim.
Defecating.
Not defecating.
That too. That too. That's usually what happens when you eat a Whopper.
And
what? You have problem. That is a you problem. Let's just say that. That's a you problem.
You don't have that problem when you have a Whopper?
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness.
Jim,
is this really a thing?
No, that's a Taco Bell problem. That's not a
isn't
Big
that,
Mac Whopper
I'll be
problem.
honest, isn't for, I don't know. About,
greasy food?
Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it's a greasy food, fast food thing. Like, I don't know about you, but after I have something like that, I don't feel great, and then it eventually.
I think it depends how much you eat it. Like, if you only like fast food like once, like in a great while, your stomach is probably a lot more sensitive. I would assume.
Like, for an example here, like I had a Big Mac. I'm not going to crap my pants. You don't have to worry about my life. We'll be fine. Like,
crap.
You got to drive me back.
Hallelujah.
You got to drive me back to Bath and Body Works parking lot later, so you'll be just fine.
It's burger time.
George Webb probably makes your stomach hurt.
Burgers.
And then also JJ in Poinette says the BK original chicken sandwich is one of his guilty pleasures. I have not had that in forever, but it was a guilty pleasure of mine. The problem with a lot of these sort of foods, and I did tell Aiden with the Big Mac, I'm like, you got to kind of eat it quick because it's not going to hold, like, you give it 4 or 5 minutes. No, but I mean, like, if you're like, I'm going to let this sit for 4 or 5 minutes, like, you get it delivered, I'm like, I don't know how McDonald's gets delivered because McDonald's has a shelf life of like 6 minutes.
That's what I was thinking. That's pretty crazy to get McDonald's delivered.
Yeah. You might as well just got in a cardboard box delivered at that point.
Yeah. I feel like the one food, and maybe this isn't like that crazy because to me this isn't as crazy as not having a Big Mac, but like the fish sandwich from McDonald's, I've never had.
I've never had that. Actually, I'll agree with you on that one. Again, I'm not a big fish eater, and I have no religious reasons to eat fish on a Friday. And then I also got really annoyed with it because then I worked at McDonald's on a Friday. I was like, good! More fish sandwiches? Like, you're constantly having to fry these things. I'm like, it'll be fine. You don't have to have fish. Like, I don't think it was intended of, like, the Bible didn't say have fried fish-type products from McDonald's on a Friday and you'll be good to go. Oh, God. The amount of fish that we served on a Friday at the McDonald's in Cedarburg. Goodness gracious, folks.
Okay.
It was a lot. Maybe that's why I never went to a traditional fish fry because I couldn't get over it. It is Phish Friday here on ESPN Madison. Fish music being played in honor of, fish in the double entendre, which this show has been full of today.
Yeah.
Molly.
Not me. Whopper.
Prime, you said, is it Will Summers who has an interesting one as well?
That is correct. Will Summers is our guy running it back in Milwaukee for us today as we're across ESPN Wisconsin and 1430 Beaver Dam, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
Home of the
Thirsty
Dam
Beaver.
Bar
Oh.
and the Thirsty Beaver.
Home of the Golden Beavers.
And the Golden Beaver. I love when places lean into it. It's like the Dam Bar, Thirsty Beaver. Like, great.
Yeah, it is good. A lot of good names.
Very authentic. Very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Will's also authentically never, or at least until he was 20 years old, he never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Which.
What?
Did he have parents? I mean, what were they making for him? What was he making for himself as a child? Like, how did he survive? There's so many questions.
I still enjoy, like, one of the joys of having kids is, like, I can eat a PB&J with them and not feel ridiculous.
Do you know what's nice when you're lazy but you kind of want to still feel bougie? Is a toasted PB&J.
Okay, so
it's like you toast the bread because then it's like crunchy. Oh, it's so good.
I love your definition of bougie, but
I mean, it's bougie. I'm not Matt Hamilton bougie.
You know that
okay?
meme on the internet with Mad Men where they're like, and he shows him like doing this idea presentation. He looks kind of like bread, but toasted.
Bread.
Whoa.
Love a toasted sandwich. Well, I mean, like, you eat a toasted sandwich, and that's way more supreme than, like, a normal sandwich.
I usually toast my bread.
Yes, so, like, a toasted PB&J, amazing. The peanut butter melts. Oh, so good. Now I want one. Who the heck craves a PB&J? Me, right now.
I imagine Will Summers is right now. He's got to be.
What was the Elvis? Didn't he do, like, a fried peanut butter and banana? Yeah. I like peanut butter and banana sandwiches or, like, toast. when we did our wedding vows, we did like certain things like because of you, and like we had some fun ones in there. My wife's like, because of you, I now know what a peanut butter and banana sandwich tastes like, because I would have that sometimes for breakfast and things like that.
That's cute.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yes, that was the wedding officiated by Greg Scalzo.
I will say, as someone who
It wasn't that serious, yeah. And we're in for KBN across the go full circle on it because Ben Bruss is getting married today, and allegedly Kyle and Alex and Brad are at the wedding.
Allegedly.
I wouldn't blame him for not going to the wedding. Especially the ceremony. Good God. Like, if realistically, the only wedding ceremonies I want to see again in my life are my daughters, and that's it.
Yeah, I've been to some that are long, and it's just like, all right, I'm good.
Like, nobody really cares. Like, and can we be honest about it? Like, outside of the immediate family, who really cares about your vows in this whole pomp and circumstance?
But the ones that are like 10, 15 minutes, great.
No, we did put it, like, and my wife was great on that because, we didn't have that Ben Bruss money, so ours was like, we did, we did our own wedding, we paid for it all, and it was all very much on a tight timeline, but also budget, so we handled our own wedding planning, and it was maybe 3 pages was like the thing. Like, we don't need the whole pomp and circumstance. Like, just bop, 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 let's get this done, let's get it married, and let's party.
You should do some Kendrick Lamar on it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Kendrick?
That's how we did it.
Bop.
Yep. They're Not Like Us is our wedding song.
Okay.
Sweet. That's two. Somehow before it came out. 844-770-3776. How you get into the show. You can chime in with some food that is commonly enjoyed, but you've never had. We're going to play Molly's game on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We don't speak about her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda HR-V LX all-wheel drive for as low as $249 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
The roll screen, the ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born and has introduced the world to innovative, game-changing designs ever since. Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. Our incredible craftsmen have always been driven by the principles of traditional American values and the desire to enrich the homes and lives of others. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, we make it easy for you to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home. Pella always designs with innovation and rigorously tests each product for quality and performance. Our team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. And if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
God knows I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Davidson Park. We are here for Rev and Rumble tomorrow. That runs 3 to 8 here at Davidson Park. Come on out and support the community, support the boxers. It's free. It's family friendly. It'll be a great time. There'll be food trucks on site. And Davidson Park, just in and of itself, is worth checking out. We got Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge. We are going to play Molly's game right now.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, so a little bit of background on Molly's Game. Each week, each Friday, I give the guys some picks that I find from the Potawatomi Sportsbook on their website. And I give the guys some picks, and then they just kind of take their best guess at it. And then we kind of keep track throughout the season. Right now, I don't have my normal notebook, I should say, that has our total scores in it.
When do you, to be honest?
You know what? We've been on remote quite a bit, and there's a lot to remember, and I keep forgetting. But I believe that you were winning. I believe it was like 3 to 2 to 2. Matt and Ryan were tied there. So this week we were actually at Potawatomi in their sportsbook earlier for our fantasy football draft back on Wednesday, and I did place a little bit of money on some future picks for baseball season and for the NFL season. So I'm going to give you guys some things to pick, and I want to see kind of where we compare versus what I ended up picking for these. Okay. So Jim, I'll start off with you. Who is going to win the World Series?
I'm going to go with I'm going to go just a little bit out of left field. I'll go with the Blue Jays. Have some fun.
That is random.
God, I really want to take the Blue Jays, too. Outside of the Brewers, they're the other team.
I should look and see what the odds are.
They're the other team that's really hot in the MLB right now. They're basically the AL version of the Brewers, actually, which is why I would want to pull for them. But I don't want to copy Jim, and I can't be that much of a homer and take the Brewers. So I will go ahead and say the Philadelphia Phillies finally get over the hump this year, win the World Series.
Okay. Well, unlike you guys, I was being the homer. Well, at least unlike Ryan, I was being the homer, and I did pick the Milwaukee Brewers.
Hey, you picked them to win 100 games, and you're going to be right on that.
Well, let's not jinx me, because since we've been talking about it, yeah, I know you are, but since we've been talking about it, they've lost a couple more than they've won. So, I mean, they're at least at 80 right now, so they don't have to win that many more with the rest of the season. But still,
I think they have to go.
I want to be right.
I think the tweet I sent you guys this morning, it was 20-16. It's nothing. They're gonna cruise to 100 wins.
But you're saying that, and you're jinxing it, because now when you say it's nothing, that's gonna mean that it's a massive hump for them to get over, and then they're not gonna win it.
No, unless the Cubs curse them. No, it's not gonna happen. It's 20-14 that they have to go down the stretch to get to 100 wins.
That's crazy. Well,
Well
I hope
done.
they get 100 because I'm going to look like a genius. Next one here, guys. Which player in the NFL is going to have the most receiving touchdowns? Jim?
Oh, man. It's just to even name a player.
I mean, I can pull up the top who has the best odds. I just got to pull it up here on Potawatomi.
I don't feel comfortable with Jefferson. Otherwise, do I go CeeDee Lamb? I don't love that. DK Metcalf? Nah.
So Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams.
I'm going to go with the easy one. I'll just go with Chase.
Dang it. Again. Jim just keeps taking the one that I definitely want to take.
That's okay. That's the right choice because that's what I picked too.
But the first time I tried to go a little bit out of the ballpark with the Blue Jays, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not just taking but this one I was like, Chase just seems too easy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. You know what? In that case, I will go ahead and take. There's a receiver who I really like, but I hate his quarterbacks because we don't know who.
Jefferson?
No, I was gonna say Malik Neighbors with the Giants, but I can't see whoever the quarterback is there. I don't see them getting it done for him. I will go.
He is at plus 2,500.
You know who I'll say? I think if Matt Stafford stays healthy, this is going to be a huge year for Puka Nacua. I think Puka Nacua will lead the NFL in touchdown receptions this year.
Okay. Next one, guys. Which player in the NFL will have the most rushing touchdowns? If you would like to give me the top ones from that as well, I can. I've got Derrick Henry, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson.
I'd let Ryan go first here.
Thank you.
Fair. Kyron Williams.
I'll take Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry does it this year. I know he and Lamar Jackson probably split a lot of those rushing touchdowns, but there's something about Derrick Henry. He's so bankable. He's so reliable. I'll stick with him even at age 30 plus.
Jim?
I'll go with Hurts. The tush push. Just he eats up a lot of touchdowns from Saquon Barkley, so I think that's definitely I like that one.
All right, last one here, guys. Which quarterback will have the most passing touchdowns? Ryan, you go first.
Quarterback with most passing touchdowns.
Again, I can give the list if you would like.
No, I know a general idea. I mean, we talked about those guys who are tier 1 quarterbacks. I think it's going to be one of them. I'll say Joe Burrow does. I mean, he's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase back for sure. And, I mean, as long as he stays healthy, their offensive line should be better this year. Their defense might also be terrible again. So it might be a lot of shootouts, a lot of passing touchdowns. So, yeah, I'll go with Joe Burrow.
I like the Joe Burrow one. You know what? I'll go with Baker. He had a ton last year. I can see him repeat that.
I knew you were going to pick Baker. You got love for Baker Mayfield this year.
I do.
I mean, how can you not when he had the year that he did last year, right?
Yeah.
Hey, all you sports bettors, if you aren't making your wagers at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you're missing out on an elite experience. We were there the other day. It is elite. It is a complete sports betting paradise. Their state-of-the-art venue has dozens of self-serving betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, and a VIP deck. If that's not enough for you, there's a giant video wall that's over 2,000 square feet. And a major move for all the sports bettors out there, you can now use your Potawatomi rewards card. I got a Brewers one the other day. That was pretty cool. At most self-service betting kiosks and the betting counter. Bet on your favorite sports and earn rewards points along the way. Now that's a winning play. Bet above the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So since I didn't go to college, can I just claim one, like Wisconsin?
We should campaign for schools in the state of Wisconsin to give Matt free stuff.
All the UW schools. Whoever gives Matt the most amount of free stuff is who Matt will pay.
Yeah, that's a good
that
point.
is true.
Who wants to give me an honorary degree?
Where would you take your honorary degree from?
Literally anywhere. Literally anywhere. Clown school.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Looking for the perfect pizza meal just for you? Introducing Pizza Hut's new personal pizzas, the Crafted Flats. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3-cheese pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, Nashville hot chicken and chicken bacon ranch. All just $5 each all day. The perfect pizza deal for lunch, dinner, or on game days. Order your $5 Crafted Flats at one of their locations or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown with you. We take you up to the Homer Hour. Homer himself has arrived here. We have you until 5 o'clock across ESPN Wisconsin. We are presented by Coors Light. Primetime Lorishine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. And you can get into the show, 844-770-3776 on the Carlos Talking text line. List is more. We now need to get into, so normally on this show, we do something called Throwing Stones, where we bring a topic that's a little bit outside the box, and we just throw it out there, and we all just basically give our hot takes on it in honor of Matt Hamilton, who's normally on the show, who's currently in Ireland or Scotland? Scotland.
Is there a difference?
Curling. I don't know. Curling, and that's called Throwing Stones, so that's what we came up with a name for it. But on a Friday, we definitely stole this from Scalzo and Bruss, but the KBN crew let it die, and so we picked it up and gave it life again. We're going to go pole dancing.
We asked, and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now,
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, and while we did bring taking poll stancing, there's a reason I don't talk during this segment, guys. So that's why I outsourced it to one of the newest hosts here at ESPN Madison. That would be young Riley Yount, guys. Got cleared to be a host earlier today. Jim, he's a great producer on the Jump Around, and Riley's going to be a great host filling in for Matt Hamilton while he's curling in Scotland, France, or Wales, wherever the heck he is. But because I don't know how to speak, I got Riley to do some pole dancing for us, guys. So, Riley, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Welcome back to everybody's favorite segment of the week. It's time for pole dancing. We have the whole crew today, so let's get right into it. The first poll of the day from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Should Phish be banned from work microwaves? Yes, at 79.7%, and no at 20.3%.
Jim, as the anti-Phish guy on the panel, what do you say?
Well, I like real fish. I don't like fried fish, but absolutely, yeah, you cannot. They absolutely should be banned from a communal workplace microwave. It stinks. It stinks the whole office. Now, in the Spark building where we're at, there is a main floor for like lunch and microwave, and it's almost a kitchen in there. I'll give that a pass. You can do the fish in there because that's kind of an area designed to eat. It's a cafeteria / you can have meetings and stuff there, but it is a open space that the entire building can use, and you're not stinking out your own teammates there. So, yeah, I would say fish in the microwave only works if it's in a cafeteria type setting, but if it's just like in the office, absolutely not.
Fish is disgusting, so I feel like I'm the anti-fish person on this panel. I don't eat fish. I think it's so gross. Doesn't matter how you cook it. I hate the smell. I hate the texture. I hate everything about it. Therefore, you should not be able to put fish into a communal microwave or make it anywhere where you like are communally. So that could be in an office. That could be in an apartment building. Like, I don't care. If it stinks up something, it's disgusting. I don't even like going to a restaurant and it smells like fish. Blech. Gross. Bye.
What about just like having it in the fridge at the office? Like, I'm not calling anyone out when I say this.
What are you going to do? Eat cold fish? And that'd be you, if anything, wouldn't it?
What?
You're the one that eats like...
What were these? There was two things that I need to address there first. No, I'm not saying, but like, I just mean even having fish in the fridge in a communal space. Like, does that smell out the fridge? And then two, why am I the cold fish guy all of a sudden?
You just seem like you would make fish at work.
Well, I mean, sushi is cold fish, and I do like sushi.
No, this is why I think this, actually, now that I think about it. You, whenever we get food from different places for Free Food Friday at ESPN Madison, you get, like, salmon salads and salmon bowls. Like, you're a fish eater. That's why I think that's about you. And that's gross. You shouldn't be allowed to order anything fishy for your lunch order either. Unless it's like sushi, because it's not going to stink. Yeah, you can't order fish.
Well, in this case, salmon is the stinkiest fish, so, like, I'll give you that.
So
there's some other fish that stink less.
Are you guys saying that whenever we've had a Free Food Friday here in the ESPN Madison office, you've just been like, oh, there's Ryan's stinky meal?
Yes.
No, I have not.
No, every single time. I do it. Every single time when you order the salmon and rice bowl or the salmon salad, I'm out.
All right.
Gross.
This is duly noted. I'm glad we
I'm judging you every time that you eat it. You're probably still going to eat it because you like it so much.
Yeah, let him
eat it.
Like, salmon's expensive. If he gets it for free, let him.
No, I understand that.
Let the man eat.
But maybe just keep that salad closed until you go home. Eat it at your own house.
Well, I eat it right away. I eat it for lunch. All right,
eat that soggy salmon salad.
Lynn Liquor.
Yeah, on that note, we can move on.
Linger on your fingers.
He's offended.
I'm befuddled, I'll be honest. All right, Riley, take it away with our next poll question, why don't you?
Time now for our second poll of the day, this time from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Do you believe Craig Counsell has, quote-unquote, never seen a George Webb? Yes, at only 14.3%, and no, Craig is a dirty, rotten liar at 85.7%.
Jim?
Well, this poll, as I caught Brewer Nation by storm when I correctly pointed out that not over Craig Counsell, and I used Pat Murphy as like my reason for it. Like the love they throw Pat Murphy seemed disproportionate to the importance of a manager in baseball. But it was this poll, like who cares? Like obviously Craig Counsell has seen a George Webb's, but like maybe get out of your feelings. Again, proving that Brewer fans are not over Craig Counsell, even though they have a great manager of their own. Then the other poll that did that was when we asked the question, would the Brewers be in first place if Craig Counsell was their manager? And the answer is obviously yes. And if you think otherwise, honestly, I think you're dumb and just a hater. And I don't think Pat Murphy gets the Cubs in the first place. So with this, no, I don't believe I don't believe that Craig Counsell has never seen a George Webb's. Nor do I care, and I think you're a loser if you do care.
Molly, do you care?
I'm not going to be as harsh. I don't care. I don't care if Craig Counsell is. I don't care if he's eaten at one. I don't care if he's seen one. I don't care if he owns one. Okay, he's seen a George Webb. It's fine. Whatever. Moving on.
All right. Well, Riley Yauk, take us away. What is our final poll question of the week?
Now for our third and final poll of the day. Once again, heading back to the show, you are filling in for Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. This one just kind of baffled me. I'll be honest. I don't understand it. Do you regularly smell your phone? Yes, at a measly 1.6%, and no, at a 98.4%. When is there ever a reason to smell your phone? I don't get it. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right, I'm just going to pivot from that poll question because those results speak for themselves. Which member of KBN do you think sniffs their phone? Molly?
Ben Brust.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's even more of a lopsided result.
Was that the right answer, or do we not know?
I have no clue. I don't know the context of that at all. I don't think it was included in the poll question.
Honestly, even if I drop my phone, I wouldn't pick it up and smell it. Like, I wipe it off with, Clorox wipe once in a while because phones are disgusting.
Right.
In no world do I smell my phone.
Yeah, smelling.
I feel like I have smelled my phone, but, only when I've taken off the case and there's, a mysterious liquid, and I'm like, what is that liquid?
Okay.
That's only time.
I've never had a mysterious liquid on my phone, but,
It happens.
So I am learning some of the context from Will Summers over there on the private talking text line. It was Kyle Wallace who sniffed his phone.
Okay.
Apparently it was because of the fish smell is what it was.
Oh, okay. What, he thought it came from his phone?
I imagine maybe his phone was in the kitchen area when somebody was microwaving fish.
Oh, so he's worried it lingered into his phone. I don't think you have to worry about that.
Linger on your fingers.
Linger into the holes is worse. But I meant more of a hard plastic, maybe the case would absorb a smell, but otherwise.
Okay, so actually, more context coming in on the private talking text line. Kyle spilled fish sauce on his phone after bringing fish for lunch and kept smelling his phone because he was worried about it.
Does fish sauce smell like fish though?
What is fish sauce? Is that tartar sauce?
I've used it before in different recipes. I feel like if you, I don't know what specific recipes, but I feel like it's in some different Asian inspired foods. I don't know.
Okay.
Side note, does someone want to tell Matt Hamilton that we're off the air at 5 o'clock?
I just saw that. Okay, the private talking text line is lighting up, including from Matt Hamilton, who is out in Scotland. Must have just finished curling out there, which I believe it is 10 o'clock his time right now. He's saying he wants
6 hours ahead.
Yeah, he's saying he wants to call in for the second hour of Jim, Matt, and Molly, which means he'll be calling in from around 11 p.m. Scotland time.
I love the dedication. Maybe he wants to talk to Homer, but we're not going to be
He could.
Should we just be like, yeah, call in, and I'll pot him up to talk to Homer today?
Perfect. Love it. Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
Who do you think would be more surprised, Homer or Matt Hamilton, and who would have a better time?
Matt would be more surprised. I think Homer would have a better time.
Homer would have a good time talking to anyone.
Oh yeah, exactly.
All right.
Anyways.
That's it.
Is that the end of Pole Dance?
Talking about fish sauce.
Yeah, a lot of fish sauce today.
Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison's. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
So then they have to text the person, and she goes, yeah, I know, she makes them, with ginger specifically. I'm like, that must be what it is. It's ginger.
Gotta be ginger.
It's ginger. Because I'm like...
Hold that Benadryl. I'm fine.
Those were just ginger cloves. Those weren't nuts.
Yeah, ginger clove. That's a thing.
Yes.
That's real.
Clearly. Obviously.
It's not. No such thing as a clove of ginger.
Presented by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin will need to earn its way back to bowl eligibility. How the Badgers respond to adversity? A big question after last season's 5-game slide to end the year. Badger columnist Jim Polzien on how Bucky can use shortcomings as fuel for 2025.
The idea of walking into a locker room every day and not seeing any trophies was gut-wrenching and sickening to them. They may play well in October and still go 1-3, and then what? If you're 4-4 exiting October, where are you mentally? Where are you physically? But where are you mentally? And how much buy-in do you still have at that point? Because that's when leadership and culture is going to get tested.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
All right, everybody, we have to talk about the new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse. The list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, and the entire 30 for 30 library, which you know I love. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. So sign up now.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending choral maze.
Jim, Matt, and Molly wrapping up a 3-hour marathon. It's honestly easier, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you, to do Wilde and Tausch 9 to noon. I feel like my energy level is higher. The 2 to 5, it's a grind.
Agree.
We're having a great time here at Davidson Park, and Reverend Rumble is here tomorrow. And you can come out and watch some great amateur boxing, 3 to 8. It's free, open to the public, good family-friendly event. It's beautiful here. I love the park. It's also just sunny, and it's been a long week. We've had a lot of great remotes. Thanks to Pado, thanks to Varsity, thanks to Davidson Park here to having us out. So it's been a lot. We've been having a great time. Primetime Lorsheim was able to join us at Pado as well. I love a good headline every once in a while, and whatever, it's Friday and it's 4:54. This headline from WLWT5, it's in Ohio. And apparently a restaurant has been closed, and they're transported on the river. So the headline says, Hooters spotted floating down Ohio River after permanently closing its doors. It's just a good, fun headline.
So was it put on like a riverboat?
You can see a picture of it. It is a boat. It is a restaurant on a river, on like a big barge.
That's
being
crazy.
shipped
Why would
somewhere.
they do that, I wonder?
I don't know why you're moving the restaurant. I mean, I don't know if it's going to the Smithsonian or something or what, but
Hooters to the Smithsonian?
I mean, if you know who's in charge now, he might want a Hooters in the Smithsonian.
That is fair.
Put one in the White House soon too, but I mean,
his own personal restaurant.
Right. But we had a couple different poll questions today. You can chime in 844-770-3776 on the Carbs Talking text line. List is more. We asked you, whose wedding would you rather go to, the upcoming wedding of Kyle Wallace or the hypothetical, we assume at some point Alex Strofe will get married, Alex Strofe wedding? I don't have the results on that one. We'll get that in a minute. I believe that I think Alex Strofe was in the lead. We did ask the question, what do you think will happen to Jordan Love this year? Jump into the top 5. 36% of you say he'll jump to be a top 5 QB. 63% of you saying remain around the top 10, and I-494 TK says fringe top 10 since when? Well, 12 is fringe top 10, so unless you think he's worse than that, that's kind of where everyone has him. So I don't know what to do with that, to help you on that one. Also, we did ask
I think he's trying to say that he thinks he's worse than fringe top 10, like maybe more towards the 20 range.
And then the other thing here is Tyler in Sun Prairie asked, what's Jim's real fish and not fried? Are you just against breaded or battered cod, or are you assuming that fried breaded fish is fake? Such a weird Flatlander comment.
Well, Jim,
what
you did.
What Flatlander? Just because
Is that a conspiracy that fried chicken is fake, or fried fish is fake fish?
No, I think Flatlander's some weird comment. Like, I want fish. I want fish that's fresh. Like, fried. You could fry a boot, and it's going to have some flavor to it. So, like, fried fish is not a delicacy. It's not anything special. It's fried. And, like, that's my whole point on it. So I don't need to get gut rot eating fried fish on a Friday. I can have, like, fresh salmon or tilapia, or there's plenty of other really good fish. I like fish. I'm not going to bring it to the office, but, like, I have, and I won't torture the office with ordering fish either. But, no, I think I love lots of fish. Maybe I'm a fish snob because I lived in Florida. I want fresh fish. I don't want fried fish.
You're not going to get fresh. I mean,
right, but I mean, I'm definitely not going to eat fried fish. Is like a major choice of mine. Like, realistically, on the list of things I want to eat any day of the week, fried fish is low, but fish is higher because fish is delicious. Fried fish is like a chicken finger, but with fish. It's like children's food.
Which is exactly why I'd rather eat chicken than fish because it's not gross.
One more bit of context about Kyle Wallace smelling his fishy phone. It wasn't fish juice or fish sauce, as in, the sauce that you make fish with. What it was just the juice from the fish that spilled on his phone.
That's even grosser.
Honestly, I might throw away my phone if that happens.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
Gross. Just fish juice in your. Never mind.
I don't know who's on the show next week with KBN, but it'll be Molly and I next week with Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking a part of it. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
This is